Yeah, can you imagine if the 3D was on?
Oh my god.
Jet would be coming right at us.
Welcome everybody. It's time for another Ace Attorney stream. But it's not just any Ace Attorney stream, it's a very special one because we're celebrating it on our anniversary. Mine and Marin's 12-year wedding anniversary. And I'm very, very happy to say thank you. And thank you for the head pat, Senmara.
Wow.
If only I need to implement a confetti redeem for this because it's because
he's bisexual.
Thank you, Void Adept, and obviously thank you, Soupy, for the I send it back and the vamp redeem. I want to start off the stream by saying obviously Marin is my best friend. It's the best human being that I've ever met. And Ribbonfly, thank you for the doodle la 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 redeem. Doodle la 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 la. Anyway, that is Karibo for I love Marin, by the way. There's one thing. I don't think I've ever told Marin this, but when we would go to conventions and do panels together, anytime Marin would be like, I need to go use the bathroom, they'd leave, and I would spend the 5 minutes or so while Marin was gone just telling everybody how amazing Marin was. And everybody would sit, and I'd see everybody's faces start lighting up and smiling. Even people who hadn't really shown up, who obviously had been dragged to the panel, everybody started just beaming and listening to how amazing this person was. And then Marin would come back in, and I'd be like, all right, let's keep talking about farts, and Yu-Gi-Oh, and all that. And Marin would be none the wiser, but every time Marin would leave, I would talk about how important Marin is to me. And
You're
so...
like, I'd never say this to their face, but...
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. My piss betrayed me. I should have spared the piss.
I should have sucked it in.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Rita, I don't want to suck anyone's piss.
No.
Let alone my own.
Just your own.
No.
Hey, Bear Grylls says it's fine. Anyway, we're playing Ace Attorney once again. We are 4 chapters in to Dual Destinies, and we're on the Cosmic Turnabout, which is a science fiction sort of vibe. I guess it's more of a space vibe than a sci-fi. It's just people going into space. There's no aliens.
Yeah, it's Ace Attorney NASA.
There we go. it's and the AA in NASA stands for Ace Attorney. I was trying to find something. What is an N word in Ace Attorney?
NASA Ace Space Attorney.
There you go. Marin nailed
There you
it.
go.
All right.
The N stands for NASA.
The N in NASA clearly stands for NASA. I mean, what else? Attorneys
What
in
else could it
space.
possibly be?
Does it go on forever where it's like the N in that NASA also stands for NASA?
Yeah. Well, one of these ones is going to stand for something else. Oh, boy.
No, the NASA in
Someone's
NASA
got to break the
stands for
cycle.
National. National Airspace Association. I don't know what the second A stands for.
All right. Well, I'm your host, Martin, but it's not just me, of course, especially on my anniversary. We're also joined by my lovely partner
North
in life.
American Space something. I'm sorry.
That's fine. With
Ass.
North American Space Attorney.
Space Attorney. That's good. Can't believe that nobody... I bet somebody did come up with that before. But anyway, we're joined by Marin. Hi, Marin, with your gay update.
Oh, hello. It is not Marin. It is I, H. John Benjamin, from hit shows H. John Benjamin. Yeah. I'm here today to give the gay update. And the gay update is that it's our anniversary. Hooray! Also, the feral cat we are fostering no longer is trying to kill me, which is nice. It was very nice for a couple of days, and then it went fucking insane for one day, and now it is back to being very nice. So I hope that the cat does not want to kill me.
Does the H in H. John Benjamin stand for H. John Benjamin?
It stands for...
I thought it stood for NASA.
It's the punch sound. It's like a heavy exhale.
Oh,
Really more like, huh, John Benjamin.
John Benjamin.
That's what my mom would say whenever she was very annoyed.
I'm a
She'd
big
be like,
fan
John
of...
Benjamin.
I'm a big fan of John Benjamin.
Yes. My work is varied and very deep.
Do you have a gay update, Mr. Benjamin?
I already gave it. It's
Oh, you
our
did?
anniversary, and
Oh.
the cat does not want to kill me. Did you not listen?
What a wonderful
Alright.
day it is.
That's about as good as it gets.
You know what? That's a good day
Well,
for
what
H.
do you
Benjamin.
want?
I'm like, I'm confused.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do right at the top? I forgot to say thank you for people for following and subbing. Sorry. Captain Hero Row, thank you for the follow. Altair Nub, thank you for the follow. I don't know if that's Nub or Noob. Xenos199, thank you for the follow. Metal Shadow 98, thank you for following. Alex is in the lab, thank you for resubscribing for 9 months there. Yay, for 9 months. And congratulations on the sub, baby. Seagheart89, thank you for the follow. And MathGuy248, thank you for the follows. But it's also important to thank Soupy for joining us for another stream. Soupy, hi.
Thanks for having me.
We're
I'm
always...
sorry in advance to everyone because I'm doing my nails again, so there's going to be nail filing ASMR.
That's fine. Honestly, it was kind of soothing. It got to the point where it was like kind of like
perfect.
you know, in those I don't know if it's a Japanese garden thing where you hear the water sort of the thing that they pour water into and it eventually drops and goes boonk and pops back up.
Yeah.
It was like one of those, but very small.
Well, perfect. I'll have to do it every stream then.
By the way,
Sponsored by Soupy's Cuticles.
If you want to update the cat, if you want to adopt the cat,
Update the cat.
You want to update the cat?
I want to update the cat.
That's
to
how you can
1.1.
update.
Is that
them
what
to let
happened?
them know
Did you need to
that-
install system updates on the cat?
We didn't
I
read the
think
patch
it must
notes.
have been a patch day. Yes.
Yeah.
They were still working out the bugs.
All right. But speaking,
I was working on a novel where like there was a robot and like when it was patch day it would have like menstrual cramps and be like really moody.
Faye Raven, thank you for the follow. We are also joined, speaking of cats that don't need any updates because she's fantastic as is, we are joined by Karina. Hi, Karina.
Hi, I'm back.
cool
Thank
cat.
you for having me.
Always great to have a Karina hanging out.
Hey.
All right. Let me get the game audio playing, and then we can have a sort of general idea of the vibe. Apollo, I'm still Karina.
It's serious.
Yes.
Last time Apollo shows up with his eye all bandaged, and he don't want to talk about it, and I'm very fascinated. But also, apparently, everybody says it's stupid.
Why? That he has it
Or
bandaged?
the reason for it, they say, because I don't know what it is. What the reason is.
It's it could be stupider.
Okay. I'm willing to
But it
suspend.
could be better.
I'm willing to suspend my disbelief. I'm not going to be. I feel like this game. There's been times where I've been like, it's going on a bit, but for the most part, I'm having a good time. I think these characters are fun. I don't actually dislike Athena. I think she's entertaining. Marin is bouncy when Karina speaks. It's true. Marin has a very sensitive PNG tuber, and Karina is just constantly on.
Mine's is dead.
Karina's is dead inside.
Actually,
Yeah.
today Karina's is like lit up constantly. So today Karina's more alive than ever.
Oh, wow. I never know what's going on with that thing. Whatever.
Speaking of things we never know what's going on with, Apollo Justice is, I think, worried about. Does anybody have an update that reminds us what happened last time? Because I honestly have been very distracted.
We had an interview, or we had our witness cross-examination with Fulbright, where he gave a rundown of the situation, and basically they were trying to say that the Big Psi Eeyore guy killed the other spaceman, who is Clay, who is Apollo's friend. Killed the
He's made
spaceman,
of clay.
and then dragged his body out into the fucking, like,
The lobby or something.
lobby.
There was a museum as well, right?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's attached to a museum, excuse me.
Yeah, we've got the layout here. The Space Center. So they were in the spaceship?
Yes, and then he dragged him through Launchpad Corridor 1 into the lounge. They caught it on camera, and people were like, "Oh, you only did that to be a hero." And then it was like, why would he drag a dead body? Like,
Also, like, wasn't there an explosion, but also he was stabbed?
Well, like the rocket.
There was like
ship
2
was
explosions,
blown up.
wasn't there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Somebody rigged the rocket to blow up, I think, but then
Yeah.
the dead body had stab wounds. But we don't know who did.
But yeah, the museum is off to
Stabbed
the...
by the bomb, obviously.
Oh, here it is. Bombing report. The explosion sparked a fire on the second floor of the main building and the middle level of the launch pad near the elevator. And then we have the utility knife. The victim's blood was found on its blade, but no fingerprints could be lifted, which is presumably because they were in spacesuits. And this is just the diagram again. And then we've got an evacuation report saying, police officers and riot police gave evacuation instructions immediately. There was a power outage and the affected areas remained dark. The security system switched over to emergency power and continued to work, and evacuees moved to the basement shelter. And then we got Launchpad 1 lock. Only the prints of Director Cosmos, Starbuck, and Terran are authorized. An independent security company manages the usage records. Backup power allows it to function even when the power goes out. Attempts to use print recognition are also recorded via security camera. That's a bit over the top for security. We're also going to have a camera pointed at your fingers while you're using...
It's a space center.
I suppose so.
You want to just let anyone go to space? Jeez.
I know, right? It's a highly exclusive event going in space. All right. Let me know in the chat how everybody sounds, by the way, if anybody's too quiet or anybody's not loud enough or anybody's too loud. All right, speaking of loud.
As long as he doesn't totally give up and say he did it, that is.
What's up, Soup?
No, I was just laughing.
Ah. How dare you?
My bad.
All right, I didn't kill him. I did not. Marin, is this you?
Yes.
All right.
And no, it's H. John Benjamin.
Well, H. John Benjamin, can you turn your gain up slightly, tiny bit?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All right.
Next thing you're going to want me to do my trademark Archer voice.
Your trademark burp? Was that what we got?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Mark. I didn't kill him.
All I did was support Clay over my shoulder and get us out of the rocket. Like always, I took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor.
Yolanator says they had a Lalafell tank named Oh Hi Mark once.
I have a coworker named Mark, and it takes every ounce of my self-control when I see him not to be like, "Oh, hi, Mark."
Good stuff.
Every time, just.
Honestly, I've heard other people say it, so I don't know if he's annoyed by it or not.
Clay had passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate. I didn't kill Clay. I was trying to save him.
I forgot. He's kind of got the Eeyore vibe, doesn't he?
Yeah, 'cause he got
Yeah.
some big size.
He did like the long sigh thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to practice my lower jaw resonance. It's not going very well.
So you assert that you didn't set off the bombs or murder the victim?
You know, Soupy, because you're too scared to say, "Oh, hi, Mark," it makes you a little chicken. Cheep, 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 cheep.
Damn.
Damn.
Do the kids these days know the old script?
That's also the thing, is like he's younger than me and I don't know if he's seen The Room.
I remember...
Do kids these days know these references?
I have
Here's
to wonder.
the thing,
Do
right?
the kids know the old lore?
I also feel like when you go up to somebody and mutually admit that you have seen The Room, you both have watched an adult man fuck a woman's belly button, and that's just like something that I'm not ready to like acknowledge publicly with a lot
That's
of
the
people.
one
wanna
kink
know-
you're not into.
You want to know
Not
my,
in the belly
my
button.
millennial secret?
Your
Is that
millennial
I've never actually watched The Room because
That's
I
fine.
tried to get my friends to watch it with me. Like me and one of my other friends in high school, we were like, we gotta watch this movie. It's so bad. But by the time we hit like minute 20, it was just like the sex scene was going on for so long that everyone tapped out.
Yeah,
so
here's
we
the
just
thing.
didn't finish it. It
I've-
was too hard.
I've watched that movie.
Hmm.
I have sat down and watched that movie on at least 3 separate occasions, but I've never fucking finished it.
Really?
It
Yeah.
sounds like we need to watch The Room together.
No.
Yeah.
We have to be strong.
Oh dear.
Ow.
Are you all right?
Oh no.
I'm trying to expel the room from my body.
I see.
It's The
somebody
Room in the room with you right now.
somebody pointed out in the chat that he's got Rocket for a haircut, and I didn't realize.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Marin,
For him. What? Oh, ha 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 ha. But I bet you think I'm lying, right?
I reserve all judgment until after I've heard your full testimony.
was that not what it was?
I'm sure you don't believe me. I bet you don't even believe I'm an astronaut.
I don't think the judge doubts that.
Who'd wear a suit like that except an astronaut? I will say that when I saw you in that movie, you appeared quite courageous, though I suppose reality never quite lives up to fantasy.
Oh, that's fucking rude.
Karina, I'm gonna
Was he
shrink.
playing himself?
I'm gonna shrink you a little bit here, just so that we
Yeah,
can see the text a little bit better.
Please do. Just make me so small.
There we go.
I just want to be put inside someone's mouth and disappear.
Oh no.
Yeah, I find it comforting.
Do not swallow.
Yeah, just hold me in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess he played himself in the
I
movie.
would say that might be weirder.
No, it's normal.
I guess I'm just a big disappointment.
That is wild that like he could be an astronaut and also act in a big budget blockbuster movie.
He's multi-talented.
Yeah,
Or
and he's a
amazing.
disappointment.
And
Yeah.
possibly a murderer.
Yay.
Get on your knees, bitch.
I really don't care what happens anymore.
The Azulmagia, thank you for the
Bro, this is
hydrate
really trial day
command.
1.
Sorry, one sec. Had to get my water.
Oh no, he's completely given up.
I'm spiraling.
Wait, it says question marks, huh?
Yeah, I wonder who's sighing. It's probably not me. Huh. What a depressing fellow.
What was that
Sounds
about?
Very different from me. If you were to join me in the clink, I imagine that annoying sighing of yours would rub off on the other inmates.
Sorry, I'm just turning you up a little bit.
Well, good thing we're not there, so.
I'm voicing like the two deep men today.
Oh, I guess it was Blackwell doing that.
Really?
I guess so.
Like how it rubbed off on Prosecutor Blackwell a second ago?
I'd
Got
love
him.
to rub off
Huh?
on Prosecutor Blackwell.
That was Blackwell sighing? Mr. Starbuck's testimony contains a glaring contradiction. The question is, what does it mean? Even if Mr. Starbuck is my client, I can't be gun shy now. It's time to find out the truth.
Athena going through it, says Cookie Juice.
When isn't she?
I didn't kill him.
I like that, like, it looks
I
like
did
he's wearing
not.
a little tie.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier.
We pressing everything?
I guess so. He didn't really say much.
He said it was a glaring contradiction somewhere.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, I'm honestly not sure what that is.
Middle.
Maybe that?
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
present
thinking.
the
Let me
map
have a
there?
look at the map here. So
I thought when
elevator.
you said the tie, you
looks
meant
right.
the little thing on his collar, and I was like, looks like a priest.
Yeah,
Wait,
he
was
totally
there
does.
only a...
He can get you
He's
married
a
in
priest
space.
wearing a tie.
That's awesome. The future's cool.
So he took the elevator down to the middle level and headed for the corridor. That makes sense, though. Clay
He
had passed
doesn't
out.
have a rat tail. He has like a fucking bird tail.
Yeah, he has like a Spearow kind of vibe. What is it? The one Pokemon.
Pidgeotto.
Oh,
Pidgeotto. There you go.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the Clay had passed out by the time we got the order to evacuate, because he was carrying.
They
him out.
they immediately ordered to evacuate, though, right? Didn't it say?
Why don't we?
Police officers and Rat Police gave evacuation instructions immediately. So would that be... Would he have already passed out? Should I
Do
press...
you have any other documents or anything?
Documents. We've got the launch
They
pad.
said... They did say it was... Like... That it was a glaring contradiction, so...
Yeah, so he must know. No, this can't be a contradiction.
Yeah, the passed out seems sus, to be
Yeah.
honest.
I'll press it and see what he says, just see if it gives a hint.
Passed out? Why was he passed out?
Probably because of the explosion. The noise and vibration were incredible. It's little wonder a person would pass out, right?
You serious?
I guess? Not that I know. I never pass out. I'm constantly conscious.
I've never slept.
I've been hit by space debris. The main engine's on fire. It's gonna blow.
What?
You okay there, buddy?
He's going through it, as they say.
Yes, I see. I guess it does make sense that someone would pass out. Especially if the person in question is Mr. Starbuck.
Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know about that. That seems sus? I don't know about that. Let me look at the documents again.
Yeah.
We got the autopsy. So... He's passed out, I assume, because he was been stabbed.
Yeah, you know when you pass out.
yeah, you know when you get
Post-stab.
Wait, is it this? The explosion sparked a fire on the second floor of the main building in the middle level of the launch pad near the elevator. So they couldn't go to the middle level, right? Because it'd be on exploded.
Oh, yeah, he said the elevator, so I think he just couldn't take the elevator. So try presenting that.
Okay. Boom. Aha!
Nice.
Mr. Starbuck, I need your testimony to be as accurate as possible.
was I not being accurate?
No, because it's impossible for you to have taken the elevator down to the middle level.
Oh.
What makes you say that, Mr. Justice?
The person playing this game, Your Honor. Please recall where the bomb went. Please recall where the bomb went off in Launchpad 1.
This paper looks fake as fuck for some reason. It looks like he's holding like a
2D paper.
You got some paper implants, boy.
He just has just blank printer paper. He's like, I'm just doing this for decorum, really.
Also, recall that after the explosion, the middle level elevator was engulfed in flames.
Oh, you're right. Which means...
Blech. Exactly. The Launchpad's elevator would have been unusable. In other words... Mr. Starbuck, your statement is decidedly inconsistent with the facts. What's with the helmet?
Mission command, do you read me? Come in, please.
Objection!
This is Mission Command. I order you to pay attention. Over.
Got a role play in the courtroom.
Stop this nonsense and answer my questions, Mr. Starbuck. Reply to my prompt.
My helmet. My oxygen tank.
How did they make a movie with this guy?
Request medical assistance.
I gotta
Alright.
be honest, this is about my level of functionality when I'm not being paid to do something.
What do you mean? You'd start choking?
Yes, I would start dysregulating.
You just find a
very
way to
quickly.
pass out.
Never.
Mr. Starbuck, we are not in space right now. Please stop pretending you've lost consciousness and stand back up.
Stop role playing in my courtroom.
This is really the
Stop
first.
role-playing without including me.
This is like the first Ace Attorney game where it seems like the judge is decidedly less ridiculous than the people he's talking to.
He's like, I finally know what I'm doing.
You got a great butt.
He finally knows what law is.
Now, if only Apollo could.
Yeah, he'll find out someday.
I apologize, Your Honor. I forgot I was still on Earth.
JCZ487, thank you for subscribing with Prime for 4 months there. Appreciate your Prime sub. This dude is keeping kayfabe alive. That's true. It's a straight kayfabe deal. Yeah, he's no Mark.
Like your Mark.
I feel like we all just got a real glimpse of Solomon Starbuck, the astronaut.
Yeah, he seemed more like an astronaut now than when he was doing all that sighing. Mr. Starbuck, could you please
Classic astronaut trait.
Yeah, sighing. Mr. Starbuck, could you please explain the inconsistency in your statement? About how you use the middle elevator? The middle level elevator?
I, was nervous and I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I actually, took a different route, I think.
A different route? I refuse to say route.
Route.
Wow.
I'm fine.
I hope you're able to deliver a straight story this time.
Good luck with any of these characters.
Yeah.
Great.
That's not how this game works.
I'm gonna write this time.
You must be new around here.
I'm very gay, probably. Can't do anything straight.
Is
That
that your
was the
line?
line.
Okay.
That's the line. Probably. You silly bitch.
It's understandable to be nervous, but let me remind you, accuracy is paramount in court.
You ever just grab your own fat and say,
What?
why? Like, just look at it and go, why?
No?
Why?
Yeah.
No, because I know why.
Good answer.
Very
Good
good, very
answer.
My escape route.
Let's see. My escape route. What I said before was a mistake. I remember now. I took a different route. Maybe. Probably.
He kind of looks like the PlayStation controller because he's got the square, he's got a circle, he's got an X.
We're doing some stretches today, huh?
Yes.
Girl, you are built like a PlayStation.
And he's got a triangle.
You got the circle. You got the X. Damn.
Beep, boop, bitch. I want to touch those buttons.
I want to activate your rumble mode.
Not the rumble mode.
I want to insert my rumble pack into your rear entrance port.
That's like Nintendo 64 controller.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, you are built like an N64 controller.
You're confusing and I don't know where to put my fingers.
There's an extra handle for some reason.
How do I use the D-pad?
Help. IGN help.
With the capsule and clay in my arms. He was built like a Nintendo 64 controller, and I'm the PlayStation controller.
If you know what I mean.
The judge does know what you mean somehow.
Only the judge.
I made my way down from the upper level.
No, wait, hang on. Let me look at... There's a picture, right? Oh, yeah, he does have the capsule there. Okay.
But the only other way was the ladder, right?
You're right, yeah. So how's he carrying all that?
Yeah.
So you're saying you escaped without using the elevator?
That's right. There's a ladder that spans the upper and middle levels. I used that ladder to get to the middle level.
So he's saying he came down here. Okay.
Yeah. Luckily, the fire hadn't reached the ladder, so we can make our escape that way.
Like, obviously, he just dropped him down.
Right.
Yeet.
And the capsule you mentioned, I suppose you mean the thing next to Mr. Taryn here.
Maybe this picture was taken like right after he dropped him.
Yeah. And he accidentally dropped him on top of a knife.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Shit.
Was the capsule that important that you'd risk your life to take it with you?
Has my baby pictures in it. It almost goes without saying, but yeah, that capsule contains asteroid samples.
I want to talk about a reference to a movie, but I can't.
You cannot.
We could talk about The Room because that is not.
It's
That's
no
Sounds
Daija
fancy.
Bujanai.
Oh, it's not okay.
Actually, I don't know if that movie was.
That's an
SAG-AFTRA, to
independent
be
movie.
honest. But also, like, technically, we
right.
shouldn't be talking about any of them unless
Ah,
Tommy
well.
Wiseau wants to sign an interim.
We would-
It was
agreement,
filmed in
so.
San Francisco.
We were talking about the book based on The Room, I'm sure.
I was
Yes.
talking about the room that I'm currently in. What were y'all
Yes.
talking about?
Tommy Wiseau is inside my room right
Yeah.
now.
I wish he
And he's
wought be, but
fucking my
he
belly
usually
button.
is.
No.
Yeah.
I was talking about the womb.
You've got a speech impediment.
The womb. So this is my line, therefore it's invaluable as research material. Stop talking about wombs.
With a spacesuit on. Clay weighed a ton, but securing the capsule was also important.
Yeah. I need you to answer to the best of your ability. Mr. Starbuck, please remember that your verdict is riding on your testimony.
I want to ride on something. He's laughing at my joke.
Maybe I am guilty after all. I wonder if you can see the stars in prison. I bet it's more comfortable than a spaceship.
What's sad is that it's probably true.
Then a spaceship? Yeah, easily.
Like you can you don't there's gravity in prison, so that's kind of cool.
It's a
There's not
perk.
gravity.
They
in
would
space.
implement anti-gravity prison just for him.
Oh no. He's got to eat all weird.
Yeah.
You gotta eat all weird, dude.
Your muscles are atrophying. You got to sleep standing up, sorta.
We don't need to worry about this statement, I imagine.
No.
I remember now I took a different route. Maybe, probably.
Oh, should we press it?
Yeah, because
I'm.
you think it's the last statement?
I mean, I think that's the last statement.
'Cause of the
Probably
ladder.
Just.
Okay. So
Yeah. I think it's the latter thing.
Is it going to be the picture of them? Is it just
It
going
might,
to be
it might be the.
the map.
I think the diagram.
Okay. That makes sense. Oh, dear.
Mr. Starbuck, why don't you just tell us the truth?
We're drunk today.
Yeah.
Just tell us the truth.
Just
man.
why don't you say the thing that's right?
Bro,
Yeah.
just fucking tell, dude.
Just give me the truth. Come on, just give it.
The truth?
I wouldn't tell anybody.
Let's see, the Earth is blue? No, that's not right. So, I guess the Earth isn't blue. Yeah, that's it.
It's one or the other.
Nailed it.
The truth, Mr. Starbuck.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The oxygen concentration is super low in this area. Prepare the emergency oxygen tanks!
Mr. Justice, the witness appears confused. Please help draw out the truth from him.
I'm perfectly normal.
Mr. Starbuck, under the circumstances at this time, you couldn't possibly have reached the boarding lounge via the upper level you almost got me, route.
Damn, that was a close one.
What?
Not as long, not as long as this was along the escape route.
Dustbringer13. Dustbringer13, thank you for the 10 bits, Judge. Still, this is somehow more normal than the time we had an exorcism in the court. It's true. It's true. That was the baseline of insanity, really.
We have like a really intimate conversation with this judge. The ladder.
Boom.
Or a real intimate relationship with this judge, not conversation.
Do you think they hang
We've been
out
through a lot
outside of
together.
work?
I think
I
that the
hope so.
judge thinks that they're friends because they hang out in the courtroom, and then like he saw them once at like a Fuddruckers and was like, "Hey, how's it going? Oh, you got the elk burger there." And like now because they saw each other once outside of work, they're friends. But
Now,
like,
this whole thing that he's doing where he's like struggling to breathe makes me think that it's not that he's an astronaut who got to act. I feel like it's an actor who got to be an astronaut. Like maybe they just were like, we could just send an actor up there, and he thinks it's...
the astronaut was the fallback for his life plan.
No, like I was saying...
Well, if this doesn't work out,
I'm saying it's
I'll
like...
just become an
actor.
astronaut.
You know how there's a famous
This
movie
is just
that...
like Armageddon,
You just said it.
No!
where they get the
Ruby, you
drillers to be
stab!
astronauts.
That's what I was...
I
That's
mean,
what
You
I was
never join
alluding
SAG
to.
now, Soupy.
Okay. Oh no.
But yeah, like sending someone of a different job into space. So he's an actor that...
Instead of just teaching the space people to do the job.
Exactly.
To
He
get
started
down,
as an actor and became an astronaut to pay the bills, and then became an actor again after he became a famous astronaut.
He's like, man, I'm not getting any roles. I guess I'll just have to be an astronaut for a while.
Yeah.
There's no jobs on Earth, maybe in space.
Yeah.
I've solved the riddle. I've cracked the code. I
Yeah.
gotta go to space.
You gotta have something to talk about at these parties to network.
Like that guy's getting invited to parties.
Yeah, he's too busy being depressed.
Damn.
to get
Same.
And you know what? Him being depressed checks out with him being an actor.
to get down from the upper to the middle level where the launch pad 1 corridor is.
Yeah. It's
You would have to
true.
go down the ladder. Isn't that right, Mr. Starbuck?
Of course. It was the only way we could escape.
Objection!
Objection. What the fuck?
But how would that work? At the time, you were supporting Mr. Terran over your shoulder, were you not? And remember, he was in full space gear as well, putting him at over 200 pounds.
Damn.
That's like 5
I wish-
knees.
I wish I weighed 200 pounds.
Oh!
Yeah, I was like, yeah, and
I could lift that in my sleep, bro.
Well, it's easy on the moon. Gravity is only 1/6 of what it is on Earth.
You were on the... Was he on the moon?
Your mom is on
No.
the moon.
Objection!
Thank you
He's
for the daily...
just stupid.
he's using the your mom defense.
He's a ginger cat. He's a ginger cat.
To Queen Sonia, thank you for the daily blessings. Always appreciate it.
But the Space Center is located on Earth. Short of being an octopus climbing a ladder with an adult male in space gear in one arm, an adult male.
Go on.
Say it again.
Tell me more about these adult males.
And I'm an
Identify.
octopus in this scenario? Tell me more.
Well, carrying the capsule in your other is impossible, wouldn't you say?
We just bark at this game. We don't even play it.
Oh!
So, Mr. Starbuck, adult male, how exactly did you climb down that ladder with your arms full of adult males?
Ah!
Mr. Starbuck, come clean and tell us the truth. Now!
It's National Coming Out Week. Ah! Engineer, where's that engineer?
Oxygen leak detected.
Whoa.
No, faulty maintenance. Evacuate immediately.
What
my
the? He's flying the coop.
He
Bye,
just flies
bitch.
straight into the judge.
That was an impressive, I don't know what you call this, and it's not a breakdown animation, but just an impressive animation for a character.
Panic animation.
There you go, panic.
Imagine if the 3D was on.
Right.
Yeah.
Help! I'm caught on the ceiling. Ugh, help! Anyone? Oh my God, this reminds me. So when I was at the Bungie offices, they went out of their way to show me this little rocket that they had, right? And so I guess annually they have these like team building exercises, and one of them was to like launch a rocket. And so I don't know
Like
if
a
this
tiny
team,
one.
yeah, like a
Yeah,
tiny
model
one.
rocket.
And I don't know if this team won, but one of the teams launched their rocket so hard that it lodged itself into the ceiling and is still there. Even after they did renovations, they were like, do not remove that rocket. Keep it exposed. Anyway, so that's what that guy is right now.
Do not remove the spaceman.
Yes.
No,
him
keep
sit
him
up
up there. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Bailiff, prepare the cherry picker. We must launch our rescue mission at once.
Jetto, man.
Well, that's one way to take off while being questioned.
I'd rather prove his innocence so he can go to space again someday for real. I really want that guy to go to space and away from here.
He's really bad at acting.
Look at that dumper, though. Holy shit.
Dude.
Yeah, I do think that's kind of being enhanced by the spacesuit.
Yeah, there's more capsules back there.
He's not fit.
Yeah.
He is an adult male, though.
Now then, Mr. Starbuck, do you think you can keep your feet planted on the ground?
And your ass too, maybe.
Keep your ass planted on the ground.
As I apologize for losing control. I twerked too hard.
He's got space cake.
Are you ready to tell us the truth?
Jesus. Hello? We didn't hear any of that. Sorry, what?
Oh, I said, oh, not that, anything but that, but in like a really gross voice, so it must not be.
The microphone filters out
It's
grossness.
the Discord. Yeah, it's the Discord gross voice detector.
The microphone's like, I know you're AFAB, you're not allowed to sound like
Oh,
Damn.
What is going on? This isn't the Mr.
Wow.
Starbuck I know.
that. That was great pussy licking.
It appears Space Boy is prone to deception and oral sex.
thank you, Cookie Juice, for the hydrate command. Alpha Rabbit, thank you for the 100 bits. The judge, after every witness leaves, we must make sure you don't appear here again. Bailiff, whack his pee-pee. What?
That's the real preventative measures. You want to get jailed or you want to get whacked in the pee-pee? 20 whacks or 20 years, your choice.
If I had a quarter for every time the judge said that.
Witness, don't make me whack your pee-pee.
You know I'll do it.
Yikes. Yes, my pee-pee.
Oh, it's a Judge Judy meme, apparently.
Oh,
Whack his
wow.
Hang on. Oh, yeah. It is. Whack his pee-pee is a Judge Judy meme. Bailiff, whack his pee-pee is the phrase. This came out in 2021. This is a relatively recent meme.
Wow.
Is it something she said or is it just something somebody made up?
Oh, it's not something she said as far as I could tell. It looks like
Well, now I'm
Oh,
disappointed.
okay.
but she did make out with
Kind of wish
Paul
it
Rudd.
was.
What? Judge Judy made out with Paul. Oh, right, in that one movie
Yep.
that we're not allowed to talk about.
Yep.
I thought your story odd, but perhaps the inconsistencies can be explained as stupidity, a result of a medical side effect.
Jeez.
Prosecutor Blackwell, please don't talk about that!
I feel like if a character is going to scream wildly, 9 times out of 10, somehow Marin gets that role.
What are you talking about, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Oh, that's me too. Didn't I already state that Spaceboy is ironically terrified of going into space?
I'm so used to Soupy doing all the roles now that
I was just about to say, this is kind of nice today.
That's why he took some precautions just before the launch.
Oh.
For you see, traces of this anti-anxiety drug were found in his system.
That's what we...
Weed.
There was CBD.
Is that a weed?
They sense
Calling
things...
911.
I sense things are about to go up my nose.
oh, hold it.
Is that how Apollo's doing weed?
Yeah, the weed pills that everybody obviously takes up the
I'm
nose.
snorting the CBD
Yeah.
pills.
He's relaxed.
Dude, you got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation, too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear.
I have what Jet says, weed or cocaine. Obviously, in Japanifornia, it would be wocaine.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's how everyone's getting woke.
In California, yeah.
They're snorting the cocaine.
It makes so much sense. It's a drug.
Eh. It was found in his system, but he doesn't remember taking it. It must be weed.
Now, how much
How
weed
much-
did you smoke?
How could that be?
Somebody must have slipped up to me. But I guess maybe that's why I don't remember, because of the side effects.
Yankee Gal says, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon has a spider boss. There are some good spider-based Pokemon. Spiders in video games are usually not that bad. For the record, spiders in video games are the worst, in my opinion.
Yep.
Anytime I see a spider in a video game, somehow they've struggled to make human beings for a long time until like the last decade or so believable when they walk around.
Oh, but spiders?
But spiders,
always
you
terrifying.
got time to make spiders walk like the terrifying,
Yeah, it's like people have been studying like human run cycles for years in like animation, but somehow they got the spider motions down pat.
Yeah, thank goodness.
Yeah, that's why I don't remember much about what really happened. Because I was drugged.
What?
That cake. Booty, 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 booty.
Calm down.
No. That cake has been to space.
Order!
Has
Order in the court!
Space cake.
What do you think it looks like in Zero Gravity?
Oh.
His ass is just sort of like.
It just moves independently of the rest of him.
Oh, damn
It's
it.
like anime girl boobies animation.
Sanmaru, I apologize. I always think that the Al Pacino redeem is available on this overlay, and unfortunately, I didn't realize it is not. So I'm gonna have to turn that one off, and I'm gonna have to redeem you your points. I don't know if anybody in the chat, if there's any mods that are available to do that, but I'm assuming not. So let me try and redeem. Let me try and. I don't know how you do this.
Why are we bonking Marin when it was Martin who was the horny one?
It's always me. I mean, it's change it at this point.
Same voice anyway.
Yeah. I am all of you. I am not me.
It's the Marin show.
1 sec. Sorry.
There we go.
Huh?
Now
Oh,
you've
you got
been
bonked.
Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to refund
Okay.
these points. Feel free to vamp while I don't mean use the vamp redeem. Feel free to vamp while I'm. Here we go. Reject and refund. I did it. That's the first time I've ever done it.
Rejection.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Goku, for bonking Marin and me.
We can't get any useful testimony out of him if he doesn't remember anything.
Well, this certainly explains why his testimony kept changing.
Why didn't he just tell me he couldn't remember?
I guess he didn't want anybody to find out he was terrified of going into space.
Wait, but
What a wiener.
has he not been into space then?
I think he has. He was just still afraid.
Oh, okay. I guess you can do things and still be scared of them.
True.
It is possible.
Just gotta have a lot of drug in your system. Heyo.
Up your nose.
Maybe I really did do it.
Are you okay, Mary?
Which brings us to the answer of our original question. I mean, if you're asking me if I'm okay, the answer is always going to be no. Of how the witness climbed down the ladder with a dead body.
It does? So what is it?
A dead man feels no pain and makes no complaints, Justice Dono.
I see. He's afraid of going into space because of the horrible accident.
Yes.
So the body was simply dropped down from the top of the ladder.
Thank you, chat. I was being a silly Billy.
Oh my! I see. And then the defendant could climb down with his free hand.
Objection!
Drop the body down? Let the body hit the floor? Who would do such a disrespectable thing? Nothing wrong with me, too. Besides, dropping the body down would leave marks on the body itself, and you don't want to get marks on your body. Ugh.
Well,
Yeah,
So
that's the main problem with that.
You are capable of quick thinking. Yes, you are correct.
Really? I'm capable of that? Oh, thanks.
homophobic bird.
Huh?
Don't get too comfortable.
What's this?
Oh, Marin is a bit quiet doing black. I've got Marin turned all the way up, so
I can
unfortunately...
get closer to the mic.
What's this?
It's the oxygen tank from the victim's spacesuit. It's ruptured, and I'm sure you can figure out why.
I'll turn the game audio down a little bit as well.
You can't be implying it ruptured when the defendant dropped the victim's body.
I am, for they fracture easily when struck.
Like me.
Objection!
Even if that's true, the tank's explosion and shrapnel would leave its mark on the body. Yet, according to the autopsy report, the autopsy report,
Autopsy report.
autopsy report, only the knife wound was found on the victim's body. You're clearly grasping at straws with this line of reasoning.
Silence!
A spacesuit isn't heavy for the sake of being heavy, Justice Dono. It doesn't include, it does include the latest technological devices and is made of the fabric of tomorrow.
Oh dear.
Excuse me. This fabric is made to protect astronauts from the dangers of space.
Well, what if space had a knife?
Yeah, apparently. Not all the dangers.
So falling just a few Earth yards would hardly leave a mark on the wearer.
Is
This is stupid reasoning.
yeah. A few Earth yards.
Objection!
Then shouldn't it be impossible to stab someone through it as well?
You fucking idiot. You should. And yet, through sheer coincidence, the knife slipped through a weak spot in the suit's structure and found its way to its target.
Well, what are the chances?
Oh, Super, you're lagging? Oh dear.
Hella lagging.
It might be back right now.
Okay.
Okay,
Hello?
It sounds better now.
Okay, apologies for that.
You
Nope.
forget that our
It-
killer
ooh.
is an
Nope.
astronaut. Nope. You forget that our killer is an astronaut himself with knowledge of how the suits work.
Is it us talking that's coming through choppy? Oh,
I think it's going to be the delay.
we might have to wait for Soupy to reconnect or become
I mean, we
unstuck
can-
in time. What's up, Mary?
We can wait until we can keep going until she pops up again.
Sure, I suppose, if you want. You said this?
Yes.
He's got me there.
He had knowledge of how the suits work. And now my argument has been proven. Space Boy killed the victim in the rocket and then dropped his body from the upper level. After climbing down, he shouldered the body and made sure the camera recorded them. There's no room for debate about these facts. It is clear that Solomon Starbuck is the only one who could have killed Clay Terran.
Well, shit.
Hello?
Hello.
Wow.
Can you hear me?
We can just
Yeah.
about hear you, yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
They
Hmm.
lagged out a little bit.
They did, yeah. And I think they're...
So
got a delay.
sometimes I can hear you guys for a few seconds and then it goes back out.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Boo, pussy.
All right, chat. It sounds like Soupy's having some internet issues, so we're gonna bear with it for now. We're gonna keep going, but if Soupy's issues continue to persist, we might have to improvise and figure something out.
Feel free to use it as payment.
Minutes to try to restart my computer.
Okay.
Sure thing.
Feel free to use it as payment to cross the river Styx.
I don't
bitch.
think Karan is gonna take an oxygen tank, a broken
Charon.
one. Charon?
Charon.
Karen.
That's how I had to say it. Charon.
Did he spit?
He spit out the feather.
Oxygen tank data. The victim's tank was ruptured with 0% left. The defendant's had 80%. Remaining oxygen is displayed on the left shoulder.
It didn't, though, because in the picture it has 50 on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's displayed in the left shoulder.
Now Soupy's back!
All right. Well, we'll give it a minute. We'll give it a couple of minutes while Soupy needs to restart. Do you guys need to take a break at all? Do you guys need to use the
Yeah, I
facilities?
think I need to use the restroom. So
Sounds
I'll be
good.
back.
I'm
And then I'll check
fine.
on Mr. Pilgrim. since we
Sure
haven't
thing.
met.
Go pop in on that cat, see how he's doing.
Oh.
Karina,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm chilling.
Hell yeah. Send Maru, thank you for the hydrate command. Anything coming
It's
up that you
because
want
he's
to
bisexual.
promote at all, Karina?
That's a wonderful question. Well, anyone in New York or the surrounding area, Drawfee's going to be at Anime NYC in
Oh, shit.
a few weeks, 3 weeks, pretty soon. We'll be tabling. We'll have new merch. We'll have new merch in general online soon, but
Can you
we'll
talk
have
about
some
any of it?
Kinda. This will be an exclusive hint.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have some exclusives for Anime NYC, including a gotcha machine.
Oh,
a gotcha
whoa.
pun machine. I'm very excited about
Oh,
it.
That's so cool.
And we'll also be doing a panel with our friend of the show, Jonah Scott. We've adopted him, and now he's part of our panel. So if you're going to that event, or if you're nearby and are interested, come see us.
Yes, absolutely. Go check out Drawfee was it Anime NYC you said?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. And do check out their Twitch. I gave them a little shout out. Feel free to follow
we
them.
should be streaming tomorrow.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Vampiro, thank you for the vamp redeem. Appropriate, of course. Gotcha. That's all the rage right now. I don't know. Maybe it's been all the rage the whole time, but I feel like ever since like the last 5 or 6 years, at least.
Oh, I mean, it's definitely just one of those things where it's like, oh, this is just like a thing you can buy.
Yeah.
So one of my friends got a little machine. So Julia and I were feeling kind of silly, and we're like, what if we got a little machine?
It's very appealing. It's certainly it's
Yeah.
enticing.
Yeah, like it's a fun like thing that you get to like do.
I remember seeing a
Tactile.
lot of booths. Well, I say a lot, a few booths at conventions where they'd have like a wheel you can spin, and I was always like, "That's
Yeah.
brilliant! What a brilliant idea!"
Yeah.
The little interactivity.
So yeah, it'll be super
Yeah,
fun.
check out Drophy at Anime NYC, and you said you have a panel there with Jonas Scott as well, yeah.
Yeah, on the
If you're
Friday.
going on Friday, check out that panel. It's sure to be a blast.
Yeah, it'll be something. It'll be silly.
The idea of you adopting Jonas Scott's funny because it makes me think that maybe he's much like Billy Pilgrim. One day you'll just find him up in the blinds hissing.
That day will come.
You'll you'll drive him up there. I just started watching Sentai for the first time. I've
Oh
never
yeah,
seen a
how's all
Sentai show.
your how's
The
all your
tokusatsu,
stuff?
all my stuff.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm having a blast. I'm really glad I was encouraged to check out more tokusatsu stuff because, like, I've never even begun to approach that genre of media. Like, I've always, and I hate to say this, I've always kind of looked down my nose at it. Like, I've always just thought of it as Power Rangers, and I've never really been interested in Power Rangers. I went to see the movie because I was all about the special effects at the time. I was like, oh, it has CGI in it. It's got to be a good movie. But I've never really tried dipping my toes in unironically in any shape or form. But having it definitely reminds me of when I first started consuming Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
great. I've got to keep watching it. And it's just been it's been very rewarding and it's a lot of fun. And Sentai, I've intentionally held off on watching just because I'm like, Kamen Rider is fine. I don't know if I'm ready for anything else, but now I feel like I'm ready. So I started with Chojin Sentai Jetman, I think it's called. And that's great. They have planes, and there's one of them is just there are characters who people are like, they're such an asshole. I love them, and I'm always confused by that initially because I'll just see them as an asshole, and I'll be like, what is there to love here? But sometimes I'll come around on them. In this instance, there's a character called Guy in the team, and he is the biggest asshole. He literally said to the leader of the group, "You make my ass itch." And I was like, whoa, this guy, he's got
I'm
he's
gonna have to start using that one.
he's got a real stick up his butt, but it's so entertaining. He's such an asshole. And I
Yeah.
never have like fallen in love with a character immediately who's an asshole, but this is the first time where I've been like, this guy's a dick. He's great. Long was
Update
here.
from
Karina,
Suki.
you gotta give
Eh?
Tokusatsu a shot. It's very fun, says Long was here.
It seems like the sort of thing I would enjoy, but I'm just like really bad at watching stuff in general. Like I kind of have to have someone sit me down and like make me watch it if you
Totally.
really want me to watch something. Because
Totally.
otherwise, like I usually watch stuff while I'm working, and if it's
Yeah.
something that I want to give my full attention to, it like takes a lot of work for me to find the time to do
Oh
that.
yeah. I have
But
uh-huh.
oh, there's this other YouTuber, Hazel. She does all these like really niche anime video like essays. And we had her on Drawfee recently too, because Julia and I are such big fans of hers
Oh hell yeah.
that we just like made it happen. And she did one on like what's it? The tokusatsu like girls and like
Precure?
real I mean like really weird obscure like old
Oh.
ones that are just like like about girls but in that genre, and they're so like weird but potent and
Yeah.
flavorful.
Yeah. It's like it's a very eclectic range of colors and feelings and action.
Yeah.
It's like going
Like
to a
it's
fireworks
weird
show.
but
Yeah.
but camp.
Very. Very.
But yeah. And because lately, because I'm in New York, I live pretty
No.
reasonable distance from 2 book offs. I'm very lucky. And I just go there and like look at all the stuff, and I'll just find old shit where I'm like, oh, this has such a flavor to it. Like I have no idea what this is from. It has a flavor though.
Yeah.
But then it kind of makes me wish that I had like endless time and attention span to watch all this old shit.
That's too much. There's too much old shit.
There's too much
Hey,
old
Tower
shit.
Mom, good to have you here. Happy time zone. Vampiro, thank you for the 10 bits. Kamen Riders are basically cats. They're assholes, but you love them anyway. And I have Wajet says, I felt that way about Kaiba, honestly. Kaiba is an interesting case for me because when I started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that you, Soupy? Are you back? Are you good?
Hello?
Hold on one sec.
No worries.
You're doing great. But yeah, when you
Hello?
Hello, Soupy. Can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
live?
Yeah, we hear you good. You sound
I'm
good.
fighting for my life out here.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
You're out in the wilderness.
Are you good?
I think I'm okay now.
Okay.
For now.
All right.
I haven't had lag that bad in like a long time.
Marin is
Yeah.
AFK looking into the cat, so
Okay.
we're having a brief
Yeah.
chat.
we're
but-
just
Is
we're just
there-
talking about old shit.
Yeah.
Did something happen with the cat?
No. Marin just was like, Soupy's gone.
Just checking.
Time to go look at a cat.
Okay.
But when I started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! With Kaiba, everybody loves Kaiba, obviously. That I don't think it's possible not to enjoy that character. And a lot of it is part of it is the performance, and part of it is just how over the top he is. And there's a lot of interesting motivations there beyond I want to win the game. But when I started watching Yu-Gi-Oh, I started in season 3 with the virtual world filler arc. That was really my proper introduction to Kaiba, and you didn't really get the impression he was an asshole in that arc. You just saw he was sort of stuck in a virtual world against his will, and Noah.
He was in an odd position.
Yeah, he was in a rare position where he seemed justified in his anger and all of his bullshit. And Noah was kind of the villain. So it was kind of like, what if Kaiba got to have like sort of the main character moment, but then Yami shows up at the end and wins. So I really, that was part of one of the things that really appealed to me about the show. I know a lot of people don't like that filler arc, but for me, it was integral.
No, it's a great filler arc.
Yeah, it's so entertaining, and all the characters get to do sort of their own thing. It's the only time really Tristan and Taya duel, so it's great. And Kaiba gets a lot out of that arc. He gets all that character development. You get to see his past with his dad, and it's very eye-opening. And for someone who, like me, who went into Yu-Gi-Oh expecting Pokemon, because that's what I expected. I expected it to be every episode is a new card, but then it was an intimate story about this guy's history as an adopted child and an abusive father, and the stepbrother that he never knew existed, who is a digital boss. Like, obviously the card game was there, but
He's an NFT.
yeah, he is. But enter the blockchain.
I minted my dead son.
He would do that, Gozaburo. He totally would.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I watched that, and that was kind of what made me be like, oh, it's not just about a guy going and playing card games. It's about their problems. There's a deep history, and there's a rich series of characters there, and that's really what got me to be like, I need to consume all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Wajet. I think I have a very unique experience. I have the same kind of experience with Metal Gear Solid 2, and I'm kind of vamping because Marin isn't back, but Metal Gear Solid 2 was my first Metal Gear Solid, and the version I played, I know I've talked about this, but the version I played...
It's because he's
Thank you,
bisexual.
L-Train, for the Vamp Redeem. Perfectly timed. When I played it, they had an option at the beginning that said, have you played any Metal Gear games before? And I selected no. And so they start you off with Raiden. They start you off with Jack instead of with Snake on the tanker at the beginning. And so you just get to experience, like, what if you didn't know who Snake was and Snake showed up and said, I'm Pliskin? And you're like, aren't you the guy, though?
Who's that?
Yeah, I could have sworn that you're not, though.
I've seen pictures of you. That's not what they call you. Suki Doragon Ukami, thank you for showing up. Thank you for making it. I do appreciate it. Marin should be back any moment. Soupy's online, Marin.
Come on.
You can hear
Come
him,
on.
hear him in the background there. All right. Soupy, we progressed a little bit, not by much.
Okay.
I had to pull myself away from
Mr. Pilgrim.
little egg yolk man.
Oh,
Flipping and
baby.
flopping all over my lap.
oh, he sounds so sweet.
He really is.
He's very sweet.
When he's wanting your attention, he will get it.
And
Aw,
he
what a
wants your
cutie.
attention most of the time.
After
It
about
was just
20,
that
30
one
minutes, I
day.
feel like he just says, no, I'm biting you now.
Yeah, but then you
Nah,
come back
fair.
like
Yeah.
a couple hours later and he's like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever experienced. And then you wait another 10, 15 minutes and he's like, get away. And then you come back another couple. So at least it
Aw.
resets.
It's true.
And if he
So
communicates,
what you're
it,
saying
that's
is he is a cat.
nice.
He's a cat.
Yeah.
And his body language starts
Wow.
to change. I do think that like he wags his tail when he's happy, but like you can start seeing the difference between like he'll start tensing up a little bit more, or
Oh,
he'll just
baby.
start biting you and getting annoyed that you're petting him, but you're not petting the exact right spot, you know? When cats are like, that's not where I want you to pet me, even though I'm rolling all over the place and having an amazing time. You need to pet this one tiny spot on
Yeah.
the left side of my chin.
You
And if-
idiot.
And if you don't, I will blame you for it.
Okay, so Soupy, we did progress a little bit, and we established that the oxygen tank had been ruptured, and they said that what was it they established about the 80 on one and
Basically, that the oxygen tank that Clay had was empty, and the one that I had was at 80%.
but
Okay.
we saw in the image that it's at 50 on the dead
Yeah.
guy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
Was that a 50?
50.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Unless it was 0.5,
Oh yeah, it could
Yeah.
be. That I bet they try and throw that at us.
probably. Well, are we ready to continue then?
Absolutely.
Ready.
Okay. Hey, this report is pretty detailed.
Okay, remaining oxygen. Oh,
Let's see. The display on the astronaut's left shoulder shows how much oxygen remains. I guess that means these glowing cyan digits represent the amount of oxygen remaining.
I'm done for. I'm gonna prison instead of space.
Is he pooping by any
I was
chance?
gonna say.
That's why his dumpy
oh.
is so dumped.
No.
It's full of poo.
I did not. This is not my fart joke or poop joke. For the record.
Just in case anyone gets the wrong idea.
Just in case any Destiny 2 weirdos are thinking I'm into this.
It was me. I said it.
Karina is a fart fetishist.
All right.
Space boy.
Yes.
Good enough.
I had a mouthful of Diet Coke. Take heart. The bejeweled night sky is still beautiful even when viewed through bars.
You can't see the sky when you're playing Bejeweled.
What level is that?
Hang on, I'm going through an identity
going on?
crisis because they look very similar.
You mean the stars as seen from prison?
That's right. Your cell will be your spaceship. Picture the view through the iron bars. It's like being an astronaut in your own craft for all time.
That's not a half bad thought.
Mr. Starbuck, Prosecutor Blackwell got to him good.
Stop trying to mind fuck my client.
Spaceship, prison cell, fly me, my guilt and my despair, into the deepest deepest, darkest space.
Oh.
And then let's get sucked into a black hole together.
Objection!
Mr. Starbuck, you can't give up hope.
Oh, yes, Apollo.
You know, Clay really looked up to you. Oh, by the way, Karina, this guy was my best friend that I never talk about.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know.
He said you are an incredible
You are-
man.
You are opening some years-old wounds, Martin.
He said you were an incredible man because we talk
Yeah.
all the time.
Literally a decade this month, I think.
Karina has very normal feelings about Apollo.
Look. We all know that.
It's okay. I have very normal feelings about Clavier, so.
He said you'd never give up your dreams and passion for space, no matter the situation. Let me flash back to it right now. Can't remember it actually right now. Anyway, moving on.
You said that? He really said that?
So don't
Did
give
you
up.
really know him?
So don't give up now and help me prove your innocence.
Why did you change the subject?
For the sake of my best friend, the man who respected and believed in you, adult male Clay Terran.
You
How
know
tall
someone-
was Clay? Do I know this information?
Taller than
No.
Apollo.
Well, most people are.
I love that Karina has the same coping mechanism I do when she latches onto fictional characters, and that is looking up their height.
It's because for so long I was just like, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. How tall is everyone? Absolutely pequeño. Okay.
No, I mean, like, I remember vividly looking up Dark Mousie's height and being deeply disappointed because I was taller than him by like 3 inches.
Who's Dark Mouse?
So, Dark Mousy, yeah, he's like the hot purple-haired dude from
Be an angel.
Yeah, he's like the thief, the cat.
Wait, how tall
burglar.
is he?
He's like 5'8". He's like 170
Damn.
centimeters.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's how tall Clay is, apparently.
I
Oh,
remember
okay, yeah. So our little babies, we can throw them around.
I was
Yeah.
in Death Battle as Frieza recently against Megatron, and the big conversation was how tall is Megatron and how tall is Frieza? Like,
Why
because,
does that matter?
Because I think they're just being like, they're trying to figure out the
important.
advantages of the opponent and seeing like a David and Goliath sort of situation. But it was just weird to see so many people showing images of like giant Megatron and then tiny Frieza. I was like, what? It was weird.
That's some size different kink right
Look.
there.
It's just important to me, because I'm taller than people think I am. And I'm taller than I think I am.
Aren't you like 5'2"?
I'm 5'6".
Marin.
Oh my god. I'm
We've
shorter
met!
than you here.
Wow.
I know, and I thought you were 5'2".
That's like,
I think
well, y'all
everybody who's
were-
shorter than Marin to them is just 5'2".
while y'all were out, I was saying, I was plugging that Drawfee's gonna be at Anime NYC, and we are
Oh.
doing a panel with Jonah helping host. And I'm so excited that I finally get to like see him in person because we are the same height.
Oh,
He
you
is
get to
my
look
height.
him-
Yeah.
look him in the eye when you bully
I
him.
get to look him in the eye. I have to like bend my knees just a little bit.
Oh,
In
no,
my
don't
mind.
bend your knees. Don't bend your knees. Look down.
Straighten my back.
Yeah, straighten your back and look down.
Okay, yay!
Bully him for me, Karina, won't you?
But yeah, all the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX characters are like 5'5" or less. And they're babies. They're just
Yeah.
babies.
I think I looked up Yami Yugi's height once and was very disappointed.
Yeah, he's small.
He's so tiny. And even Seto Kaiba is like 5'7". He's not that tall.
No,
Really?
he's like 6 something.
Hi,
Is
bud.
he
I remember
really?
he's because he's like
I'm
13
looking
inches
this up.
taller than Yugi.
Oh my god.
It says he's
Let me see,
186
Seto.
centimeters.
Okay, then yeah, that's about 6 feet.
Marek
Yeah.
is really
Seto.
tall too.
Good for
Cause-
Marek.
Yeah, because Yugi is 5 foot.
America's 180 centimeters.
Yeah, Yugi
That's
is
about
Dickfoot
5'10". Dickfoot, dude.
to Kaiba.
Mhm.
I only know
That's
Marek is kind of tall because people are always complaining that they draw Marek and Bakura the same height, and I'm pretty sure Bakura is not that tall. 176
No, I think-
centimeters. That's 4
Yeah.
centimeters difference between them.
That's about 2 inches.
All right.
It's funny when I was at Bungie, and they were talking about Nimbus's resting pose. They were like, "We have to have them sit down. We cannot have Nimbus stand up."
Did you say this?
Clay!
Oh, there you go.
You're wasting your breath.
Who is short between Apollo Justice and Edward Elric? Asks E-Man.
I think Edward Elric is shorter.
I would say.
Yeah,
Probably.
Edward Elric. I want to make Edward Elric feel bad worse than I do Apollo Justice, so I'm gonna say Edward Elric.
Look, just a reminder. Technically, Apollo Justice is what, 5'5"? But it can be argued that that includes his hair.
That's right.
So that's
Yeah, he
why I
does
say
have-
he's 5 foot.
He's the common rider, little
Yeah.
beep boops.
Did you say this?
I did.
Poop my pants again.
It's gonna be Daijabu though.
Everything's gonna be Daijo Boo. Apollo, thank you! I can see things clearly now. This is what Eeyore would sound like if he were happy.
So I wanted to give everybody a thumbs up.
Mr. Starbuck.
I can see all obstacles. I'm fine now. Thanks for reminding me of my life's mission. Bro.
Right. We'll both be fine. I'll prove you're innocent. You'll see. For my best friend, whoever he is.
That guy.
I don't know who he was. He was just in the room with me.
And after that, we'll get you back into space.
Gonna put you back into that thing you hate.
Ah!
We're gonna make you
Living
relive
night
that.
of the booster rockets of my soul. I'm on fire. I am Solomon Starbuck, astronaut, a here cosmic hero chosen by the universe itself.
I need to calm down.
There's no time to be whimpering and crying. I can't let you and Clay down. Boulder Dash. Now I'm British. The sun, the moon, all of space is calling to me! Solomon Soul Starbuck, that's my name. Solomon Soul Starbuck, ready for launch! Begin the countdown! 5.
Standing by.
4.
Why? Why are you into this?
3.
Why are we counting?
Judge!
What the? L Train, thank you for the proto badger. JM Solid Snake, thank you for the follow. Don't you mean JM Pliskin?
Yeah, for people who haven't played Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah.
I'm swimming.
Got longer.
We just humor people's insanity in this courtroom.
Yeah,
The most unserious courtroom.
Yeah.
makes me feel better.
Wow. I feel like I've witnessed an actual rocket launch.
Why? Because people counted?
Apollo, you did it. You helped count to 5.
What's going on?
What?
You broke
Oh, okay.
Prosecutor Blackwell's grip over Mr. Starbuck.
Is that what
That's-
happened?
All
Yeah.
right.
Imagine,
I guess
imagine
so.
though that if he's like 5 and then no one replied and they just kept going.
They're like, yeah, 5, we get it.
Can we just like get to the fucking point?
Yeah.
43210.
Your Honor, just declare him guilty.
Oh, I can't take the credit. It was all Mr. Starbuck. He said 5.
He started counting.
JM Solid
And we
Snakes,
were like, by God, that is a number.
you're a big fan of Metal Gear. That's very awesome. We all love Metal Gear in this call.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Through osmosis, yeah.
Ah.
Never
I
played
like
it, but I get it.
Snowdacon.
I've seen.
You should really expose
You've seen the
yourself to it
man.
directly.
Yeah, yeah.
You should definitely directly expose yourself to Metal Gear Solid because it's pretty gay.
Maybe
Like
I'll
honestly,
Oh,
directly
yeah.
expose myself to Metal Gear Solid.
but like
Directly.
Kojima is the most openly closeted bisexual man
Oh.
I've ever
Yeah.
seen.
It's
I'm
because
just
he's
waiting
bisexual.
for this
Honestly.
man to come out and be like, I love everything
No.
that has a genital.
I think in 30 years, like, when he dies, then we're gonna find out he had a husband the whole time.
And it was Mads Mikkelsen.
Whoa.
Probably.
Or who's that guy?
Does
the
Mads
Daryl
Mikkelsen
guy?
know about this?
I don't know, honestly, if Mads
God.
Mikkelsen is aware of many things. He just seems like he's sort of
Yeah.
like in the room and things happen and then he's like, all right, no, I'm leaving because I'm Mads
Yeah,
Mikkelsen."
essentially.
And then he goes and does something
He's
else.
just vibing.
L Train, thank you for the Vamp Redeem.
Oh, if you simpletons are done massaging one another's egos,
Tony, you get
We're not.
no matter how positive your mood, my advantage remains unshakable.
Imagine if they counted down from 10, though.
Damn. I don't know if we would have been able to handle that.
we couldn't coordinate it, for sure.
Yeah, it's too much.
I have but to wait for the final guilty verdict. Isn't that right, your baldness?
Yeah, I can't let up now. Quick, count down from 10 this time. I have to stop Blackwell. I have to see this through. Mr. Starbuck just has to make it back into space. Ah, my best friend. I won't
My
allow
best
Clay's
friend,
dream.
that guy.
I won't allow Clay's dream to remain unfulfilled.
You think Apollo just photoshopped himself into that photo?
He definitely photoshopped himself much taller than
Yeah,
he
right?
normally
Yeah.
would be compared to Clay.
I've got
It's
to
a real photo. He just kind of, lasso.
Clay is
drag.
actually, yeah. Clay's actually an incredible friend and always brings a little box for Apollo to stand on for photos.
Oh, he is great.
I've got to destroy Blackwell's argument somehow. Think, Justice, think! If the only people at Launchpad 1 were Clay and Mr. Starbuck, and if Clay was already dead by the time this footage was taken, then the only person who could have killed him is Mr. Starbuck. So the only way to counter Blackwell's argument is if I can prove that Clay was still alive when they arrived at the boarding lounge. In which case, I should be able to find some contradiction in the evidence itself. Now, let's see. About this data that we just received. This supposedly proves that Mr. Starbuck dropped Clay's body in Launchpad 1. But if I'm gonna prove that false, then there must be something I can use here.
Enough of this farce, your baldness. Let's have your verdict.
Objection!
Prosecutor Blackwell, you seem to be in quite a hurry to rush the verdict. What about this oxygen tank data you just submitted? It says that Mr. Starbuck's tank had 80% remaining, while Mr. Terran's had 0. Do you stan that accuracy of this report?
Do you stan?
Of course I stand. What the fuck kind of question is that? I am Army.
Then I guess it simply means that it's faulty, as evidence goes.
You will explain what you mean, Justice Jono.
It's simple. This evidence contradicts the facts of this case. Take a look here at the detailed description and you'll see what I mean.
I hope You have some evidence, Mr. Justice, because I don't see what's so contradictory.
Yes, Your Honor, right away. This is the evidence that the oxygen tank report stands in contradiction to. That was a sentence.
You did it, though.
Yeah.
You got through it.
And how does this evidence present a contradiction?
The problem is this part here.
What contradicts the oxygen?
Hey there, Andre.
Take that!
Note the remaining oxygen in Mr. Starbuck's tank as he carries Mr. Terran.
It appears to say 50.
Yes, but according to the data, our client's tank had 80% remaining.
The oxygen in the tank increased?
I see Your Honor finds it as strange as I do. It's bad enough that there is a contradiction, but the increase in oxygen is it's beyond illogical.
Oh my, you're absolutely right. What is going on here?
Silence.
I too find it odd that the oxygen remaining has increased. It would be as odd as if my rations were to increase. But what does that prove?
They're giving him rations in prison?
Yeah. It doesn't change the fact that this is the defendant carrying the victim corpse.
You what?
What?
The defendant carries a victim corpse.
Hoo-ha!
Bamius, thank you for the resubscription with Prime for 2 months.
Hoo-ha.
Keep being awesome. You're very kind, Bamius.
Hoo-ha!
And the Void Adept, thank you for the hoo-ha redeem.
Objection!
I'm gonna bet you don't get more rations because you don't abide by the rules. Either way, the oxygen remaining shouldn't increase, just as your rations don't increase.
I will have the spaghetti with a side salad.
Ninja Warlord.
The salad is on top. I send it
The
back.
rations
Thank
come
you.
on top.
Thank you for the I send it back redeem.
Therefore, this new information is critical. We can't overlook it.
Silence.
Silence. Silence. In that case, do you have an answer for this riddle of the mysteriously increasing oxygen? You better not disappoint, or I'll declare the inconsistency as a mere equipment malfunction.
Prosecutor Blackwell has a point. I suppose it could be a simple malfunction.
It's alright.
Mr. Justice, if you cannot provide an adequate counter-argument to this point, I'm afraid I must bring this trial to an end. So, do you think you can explain why the remaining oxygen level increased?
Of course I can. The thing to do at a time like this is turn my thinking around. Mr. Starbuck has no memory of it, but he claims to have carried clay. So this man with the 50 on his tank ought to be Mr. Starbuck. But if anything, the display in his oxygen tank should have shown an 80. This is a clear contradiction between the report and the security footage. So what I should be asking is not why did the oxygen level increase, but what had to have happened to make it look like it increased? Am I making some kind of mistake in my based assumptions here? Am I accidentally based?
Well, Mr. Justice, we're waiting.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm ready to answer. This is why the remaining oxygen appears to have increased.
The victim was carrying the defendant, I assume.
Yes, I believe so.
What if it was The other way round.
The other way around? Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice?
As you can see, Your Honor, both men had their helmets on in this footage. But it turns out this is where our base assumptions went astray. We assumed that it was Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran, but it was the other way around. It wasn't Mr. Starbuck helping Mr. Terran at all. It was Mr. Terran who was helping Mr. Starbuck to the boarding lounge.
It was what?
Huh?
Order! Order! Mr. Justice! You mean to tell me that the person on the right in this image is the victim, Clay Terran?
I'd recognize my best friend that I've never seen anywhere. It's the only way the riddle of the increasing oxygen level can be solved, Your Honor. At this point in time, the remaining oxygen in the victim's tank was at 50%. And when the victim was found in the boarding lounge, his tank was at 0%.
That's right. There's nothing contradictory about the oxygen level decreasing.
This means Mr. Terran was alive as they made their escape to the lounge.
Silence.
What?
Shut the fuck up. How short your memory is.
How short
Have you
everything about me is.
God.
Got him.
It got me.
Boom, roasted. How short your memory is. Have you forgotten what you yourself proposed? Even if the victim was alive at this point in time. How did he descend the ladder with his arms full?
He just yeeted.
He dropped it.
Faster.
No wonder he don't remember.
Prosecutor Blackwell, you can't hurt me with a broken blade. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but broken blades suck.
Excuse me?
Got him.
Got him.
I'm confused. What?
It's true that we don't know how they got down the ladder. I suppose that matter needs further investigating. But we have proven that Mr. Terran was alive when he reached the boarding lounge. This fact alone shatters your claims.
Andre3986 says, Little Karibo, would you trust Yami to be your defense attorney?
No.
I would, as long as...
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
What's the crime?
He would mind crush the prosecution. That's not how law works.
But is it good enough?
Okay, what were
have
you
to
gonna
use
say?
evidence.
What were
Personally-
you gonna say?
Personally, if I told Yami that the law was a game, he would find a way to win, because, you know, that's how he works. He's presented
I would
with
present my case to him like an Ace Attorney game.
yeah, or like a game of Monopoly or something.
So, hang on, I have a question. If we gave Yami Yugi Ace Attorney, how long do you think it would take for him to play it?
I mean, he's
Like,
not
could
known,
he just
he's not known for
magically
speed
invent-
reading.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could he like magically invent a way to like make the game go faster? Is he that kind of thing at games, or is he just a guy who plays a lot of games and is good at games?
He's not Johnny Five. He's just gonna read at
He
a
would,
regular pace.
he would, yeah,
he's
play
just
it at a
good at
regular
games.
pace, but he would never mess up.
Yeah, he would have perfect run every time.
And
Well,
every
that's
time you
fucking
think he's
boring.
gonna mess up, at the last second he'll be like, I don't think that's the evidence for this one, actually.
Yeah.
So my question then becomes, how could he read through all of the law books and learn all of the laws
No.
in order to best represent you?
He don't have to.
How could he learn all
Duke
the
Devlin.
rules of the game?
Duke Devlin showed him Dungeon Dice Monsters. He'd never seen a manual. He was just looking at the board. He had dice in his hand, and he figured it out. He had no information. Duke Devlin was like, if you're such a great master, like Pegasus, then you'll know how to play. And he did.
Okay. So how does
Sounds
this
legit to
logic
me.
translate to court?
Because if you tell him it's a game, he will use intuition to figure out the rules.
Okay, so here's the opening statement. All right, what is Yami Yugi's opening statement? What would happen if a judge looked Yami Yugi in the eyes and said, "Give us your opening statement,
are
Mr.
the only
Yuggles"?
justice I need, prosecutor.
What
I
is
mean,
he
you know, in this
accused
court it
of?
would work, Marin.
He's not accused
What
of
are
anything.
you accused of? What are you accused of?
bridging. Duskbringer 13. Duskbringer
Guilty of abridging crimes.
Duskbringer 13. Thank you for the 10 bits. Blackwell. Challenge accepted. Apollo. What are we doing?
This fact alone shatters
big
your
mess.
claims. And opens up the possibility that the victim could have been killed by a third party.
Ah! You've attacked me with your abridging.
That's the
Damn.
voice acting community.
There were two people who claimed to be the first on the scene.
Certainly some of them.
Damn.
But can we truly trust their statements?
Bark, bark, bark.
Let's see. The two people were Detective Candace Arm and Yuri Cosmos, right?
I'll never get over Candace Arm. Great name.
You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police?
That's true. Andre points out that if it's Yami, when he has all the Millennium items, he can look into their brain and stuff.
Yeah.
Which we
No,
know
that's
is
true.
allowed.
Because
He can use the scales. Well, hang on. Are those permissible pieces of can he just pull? You know what? She's got Danny DeVito around her neck, so I'm sure that.
Yeah.
And Apollo
It's his,
has a
it's his
bracelet.
lawyer superpower.
Okay, how about this?
His quirk.
I will 100% meet you at eye level, which is hard for me. When it comes to Yami Yugi,
You're tall.
Yami Yugi being a good lawyer in Japanifornia. I think Yami Yugi would be an amazing Japanifornia.
There you
lawyer.
go.
That's all he needs to be.
Yes, it's certainly possible. We might have to do a little more digging.
It seems we'll have to hear the testimony of these first two people on the scene.
Score.
Come to think of it, Detective Arms should be in court right now. Bailiff, could you please show Detective Arm to the stand?
I'll smash your pee-pee.
Do not do that.
I'm so lucky I didn't
No,
spit
don't
that
smash
drink
my
out mouth.
pee-pee.
Oh, this fucking guy. Okay.
I'm having a note.
What? How did I do it? He doesn't have. What
I
was the
think
voice?
that sounded right.
That's
to
when,
me.
I think that's when he's speaking properly, though. There was a different voice for the.
Hoo-ha!
Well, it
and
was
thank
just
you
a
for the hoo-ha
robot,
review.
like
I don't.
Hoo-ha!
Wasn't the
okay.
robot text different?
Yeah,
Hoo-ha!
It was just like, I have an announcement,
Yeah.
everyone.
I
When
have
he
an
was
announcement, everyone.
What's the meaning of this? We're in the middle of a trial here.
But please remain. Oh no, it is him speaking. Hang on.
Please remain
Yeah.
calm and listen carefully. Someone has reactivated the bomb.
someone set us up the bomb.
The bomb was defused, but it's about to explode.
That doesn't sound like it was diffused at all.
X.
Oh,
They're really good at like finishing each other's little bits
Sandwiches.
today.
yeah.
A bomb. Now.
What?
This is inconvenient for us.
Ah, everybody run!
I don't think that's what you were asked to do.
I don't want to die.
Oh no, everybody's panicking about a stupid little bomb.
Look at them
I'm
panicking back there.
panicking.
They're
They really
terrified.
did.
Going crazy back there.
They really did not handle this well. They were like, okay, no one freak out. Live bomb.
Get the fuck out! Run!
Pork chop sandwiches.
Nobody really gives a shit, honestly.
No.
Nobody's moving. Fuck your bomb! Headless chickens with a dead death wish. The lot of you! Calm yourselves, before all else!
Come on, Apollo, let's get out of here.
But what about Mr. Starbuck's dream? And who will carry out Clay's final wish?
Fuck your wish.
I don't care what happens to me. I'm not letting some bomb blow the truth up forever. I
have a backstory, I swear.
It's the one memory. I refuse to
This
let
bomb's
things
gonna
end
blow
here.
up my backstory.
I refuse to let my backstory be exploded.
Apollo, this is no time to be dramatic. If we don't get out of here now, we're gonna die.
I don't give a shit.
Come on, this way, in all caps.
Hey, well, let me go. My backstory.
I'm dragging him by the pee-pee.
Oh, Juniper.
Apoyo!
Juniper? She hasn't evacuated yet? She hasn't seen my cool bandage yet?
Eek.
Juniper.
My pee-pee.
Sorry, hard to see.
Bonk.
Juniper, are you all right?
Apollo, no, not that way. You're supposed to run away from the bomb.
I got confused.
I thought it was my best friend Clay Terran, and I ran to give it a hug.
But it's just debris bonking my pee-pee.
All right.
Well, that would have been way more cliffhanger if we didn't know how it fucking ended.
Yeah, that's a weird way of playing that out.
That went places.
He's fine. He's fine.
We improved upon it, TBH.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Should we-
PP apocalypse.
I assume we keep going because I know it's only
Yeah.
we've been going 2 hours.
Yeah.
I do have a hard out of around like 3:15 or so, but otherwise,
Okay. Maybe we can stop around like 3.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, I got to get some auditions done.
Nice.
In the middle of the Space Center bombing trial, we had another bombing incident. This one destroyed courtroom number 4.
My favorite one.
Furthermore, as if I ever say the word furthermore in these games, Apollo suffered massive injuries from being there when the bomb went off.
A pleasure to make your
Am I using
last
the word
voice.
right? Furthermore.
Yankee Gal, thank you for the for subscribing. I was going to say resub, but that is your first time subbing. Thank you, Yankee Gal.
Woo.
Sugoi.
Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered as the courtroom bomber.
Jesus.
Oh no.
My PP!
I'm sorry.
You were only supposed to bonk it!
Unfortunately, Juniper Woods was fingered as the courtroom bomber.
That's so sad.
Hey, phrasing!
Lena Kara, thank you for the phrasing, Redeem.
Fuck.
Athena and I knew she had to be innocent, so we took her case on.
Oh, I remember that. Wow.
We managed to clear Miss Woods' name.
We blew that guy's face up, though.
Take his face off.
Thank God they put this fucking like recap in here just in case you forgot what the beginning
Right.
of the game was.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
For us, anyway.
But Apollo sustained further injuries when he was attacked by Ted Tonate.
They're just beating the shit out of Apollo.
He deserved it.
Dude, I don't know about you, but I would never let myself get beat up by a guy named Ted Tonate.
I know.
Yeah.
Ted. Ted
Just
anything.
never
could
allow
not
it.
be me. Honestly, yeah. Like, if a guy named Ted is trying to attack me, I'm like, you ain't shit, bro.
Yeah,
Your
like
name's
if he bonked me on the head with that rock, I would just take the rock and finish the job myself.
Yeah, at that point, if he got that close to me,
Yeah.
I deserve it.
Yeah, and I'd
I
be
was
like,
just-
this isn't on you. Just remember, this isn't on you. I did this.
I was
Ted.
just thinking like,
Tell them all, I did this.
I'm just imagining like one of us meeting Ted Danson and being like, you can't kill me. You can't fucking kill me.
You
There's-
can't.
Go ahead.
There's
Try,
a s-
Ted.
There's a song by Boys Don't Cry called I Want to Be a Cowboy, and some of the lyrics always make me laugh because it goes, the lyrics are, "His name is Ted. Can you believe that?"
You know what? I can't.
But here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. Let's say you woke up one day and your fucking parents named you Theodore. What are you gonna do with that?
Man,
Ted?
Myself Theodore.
find two other guys
like
called
a
Alvin and Simon.
chipmunk?
Like, Theodore is easily the least sexiest name ever. Like, not even Theodore
Wow.
Roosevelt. The only reason why Theodore Roosevelt made it work is because he had a Roosevelt in there. And because he was, like, the 1900s Robin Williams. So, like...
Well, so what you're saying is the last name does matter. So, like, if you wake up and it turns out your parents named you Theodore, like, what's your last name?
Yeah.
It matters.
Justice!
It could be Theodore's sex
Theodore
machine.
Justice.
Okay.
That's a good name.
December
But then I'd only be called Justice.
December 19th, 3:21 p.m. Write Anything Agency.
Oh,
I miss
that's
this
true.
place.
I miss this place.
I do.
Okay,
Apollo's
Theo's
a tough
pretty
guy,
good.
but this is taking a toll on him.
The first line I question. I'm sorry. This first part. Apollo is a
Yeah.
tough guy.
I believe he's a tough guy. He's just
He's
short.
fine.
Didn't he punch
Yeah.
Phoenix right square in the face, and Phoenix was like,
Yeah.
nothing happened.
Yeah,
Well, that's
basically.
because it's Phoenix Wright. A car punched
Yeah.
him in the face and nothing
That's true.
happened.
Yeah.
That's true.
He
He
fell off
fell
a
off a
bridge.
bridge.
And caught a cold.
I keep
Like,
forgetting.
that's no reflection on Apollo.
Yeah.
All right, that's valid.
Yeah, I think Apollo I think is like a stupid rock, and Phoenix Wright is like a smug, omnipotent rock. Like it's rock hitting rock, you know. They're both very dense.
Unstoppable force versus immovable object.
There it is.
Yeah, poor guy. Being attacked by a guy called Ted like that on top of all his other injuries.
Can you believe that?
Can you believe that?
Tower Mom says, "Is it Tad? Is it Tad Tonate or Ted Tonate?"
It's Ted Tonate, but I think that Tower Mom is saying Tad is a worse name.
Oh, Tad
Yeah.
is a worst name.
Space Ghost's real name is Tad.
Oh,
Really?
Well, his
No,
name
not really.
sucked.
But that's a running joke.
Oh. Damn.
Apollo. Apollo.
Got me.
I almost said the line as Apollo, but Apollo is resting at the nearby Hickfield Clinic.
Apoyo.
I've had some experience with that place myself.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, you spent ages at that place.
It's the only place their insurance can afford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, remember, fucking Dr. Hottie and Phoenix are together in that insurance scam for Miles.
Oh,
Edgeworth.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you, Yami Kasara. I appreciate the happy anniversary. Appreciate that. What an awful turn of events. I never thought he'd land in a hospital of all places.
Where else would you go after an explosion?
I think Phoenix is blaming himself for getting a guy hurt.
No.
No.
He's like, whenever I'm in an explosion, I'm fine. I didn't think it'd turn out this way.
I just kind of need to drink
He's like,
some
this
water.
has literally never happened to me.
I'm in court the
Once
next
you pee
day.
all the blood out, it's fine.
You must miss him too, huh? Now that you don't have anybody to tease. Don't worry. He's young. He'll heal quickly and be back before you know it.
his bones are still forming.
He's young. He can take an explosion or two.
He's small.
It's been a while since I last saw Trucy look so down. In fact, it's been
I
a
last
while.
saw Trucy.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah,
while in general.
honestly.
God, I haven't seen her in forever. I keep forgetting to tell her about her
Yeah.
brother.
I'm a bad father.
Huh.
Who's your brother again?
Anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Thank you to Gay Pedestrian for following. Welcome.
We love
Same.
gay pedestrians.
We won the court case, yet nobody feels much like celebrating. Except me, baby.
Well,
Champagne!
They'll literally just show Trucy being sad and then just be like, well, there she goes.
Yeah. He's just looking at his sad daughter going, how come no one else
Yeah.
wants to get fucked up with me?
What's the deal?
Trucy's usually down for shots. All right, enough of this, people.
Vile
like
Flora,
3
thank you for the
people.
follow.
This is no time to be moping around. Now dry those eyes, both of you. Stop doing shots.
Trucy sadly doing shots.
Crying while she licks the salt off her hand.
You're the one who's crying, Athena.
Technicalities. Look, we have work to do. We have to take over.
Take over what exactly?
Apollo Space Center case, of course. As no verdict's been reached, there's still a chance.
Oh, I see.
I agree with Athena. We should pick up Mr. Starbuck's defense. We have to avenge our fallen comrade. Right, Daddy?
Apollo hasn't exactly fallen. He's still alive, you know. He's
He
just
fell down.
Pretty hard.
Yeah, he's having a rough time. And he's like, come on, guys, it's not a big deal.
He
He
just got
didn't
exploded.
fall off a bridge. He just got blown up.
Yeah.
He's like, I know what will help. Throws him off a bridge.
In front of a
I
car.
certainly felt better.
Now you just wait for your
Yeah.
boyfriend to get on a plane and come help you. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clavia's
And
like,
then there was no
"What's
Clavia
up,
to be seen."
beaches? Achtung.
Good. Now that that's settled, let's get going. Come on, we gotta run.
wait, right now? We better not be running the whole way. There she goes. I better go catch up. Can you take care of the office, Trucy?
That's what you do.
Sure thing,
right?
Daddy. Let's be careful out there.
Can you just
I
idle?
think there's some child labor laws that have something to say about this. In the meantime, I'm gonna bake some cookies and fill up my magic panties for you.
Is that literally
No.
all she's here for, is to call back that joke?
Yes.
Yep.
We all love when she talks about her magic panties. We love it.
I hate the way that these games treat her. Like, I love Trucy, but these two games are awful about her.
Yeah.
Trucy seems to be feeling a little better.
I miss Shu Takumi's like fear of women, ever present fear of women.
Oh, yeah. 100%. That's what we need back.
Yeah.
I love how it informs his choices for femme characters and that they're
Yeah.
a little mean and very hot.
Yes.
I can always count on Athena to perk everybody up with her fucking magic panties joke.
Oh, she's back.
She's like, oh, so the astronaut can shit his pants, and that's great, but I can... But if I want to fill my panties with cookies...
Don't mind me. Just forgot a few things. Wallet, phone, the documents, my bag.
Sounds more like you forgot everything. I can always count on Athena for that too.
All right, you two. Let's be careful out there.
Stop saying let's. You're not coming.
Yeah.
You don't do shit.
You're just gonna stay here
Who's this? Let's.
and go to school or something.
December 19th, detention center visitors room.
I can't go to school while I'm making all the money to pay the fucking rent.
That's true. We shouldn't give her shit because she's paying bills.
It's true.
Yeah, she's
That's why
literally
she's not
like out
there.
there making the money for the law office.
Yeah.
So our client is one Solomon Starbuck. He's so famous, even I've heard of him.
That's right. He's a super famous astronaut who works at the Cosmos Space Center. He was actually up in outer space 7 years ago.
Outer?
What else happened 7 years ago?
You seem to know quite a bit about him. Now I'm all excited to meet the man.
I hope he isn't a freak or a weirdo.
Oh no, he's a freak weirdo.
Wow, that was the longest sigh I've ever heard, except for the one that Edgeworth let out when I proposed to him.
That took me a minute.
Apollo told me all about you and how gay you are.
That's all he said, though.
all he talked
Are you a
about.
lawyer?
Yeah, that's Mr. Right. He's gay.
You actually have qualifications. I mean, you're Phoenix, right? You're Apollo's mentor, right?
He's like, yeah, I can prove to you I'm gay, actually.
Just give me a little kiss on the
Silly.
mouth.
No. Silly. Hey. There's nobody out there. You're fine. Yes, that's right. Mentor has a nice ring to it.
Don't worry about a thing, Mr. Starbuck. I haven't done that in like ever.
I just make him clean the
Mr. Right and I
toilet.
have got you covered. Yeah.
And you're the new kid that Apollo told me about.
Vile Flora says, show the badge as proof of homosexuality.
Where's your gay badge, Starbucks?
We got a song playing. Thank you very much, Ryu Eureka, for the high up, and I have Wadjet for the turn down for what? Very nicely timed, friends.
The nails are being trimmed again.
Hear them.
Yep.
Wait, don't I know you from somewhere?
Huh? You mean other than at your trial? I don't think so.
He's like, are you that fucking guy from the airport?
I guess so. My mistake. My memory isn't what it used to be.
It's the
But-
weed.
Yeah, I smoke a lot of weed. My mind and body are kaput. Same goes for my life. I mean, I'm so astronomically unlucky that I had a bomb go off in the middle of my trial.
It is pretty unlucky.
Trying to defend me would be like trying to enter the stratosphere without a spacecraft.
Phoenix is like, oh, I've done that before. It was fine. Not on purpose. It's because a plane hit me.
Yeah. And my knee got skinned. It was really painful.
Yeah, ouchie.
Really a tough time. Miles Edgeworth had to pay my hospital bills again.
And he had to give me a little kiss on the knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes. He's seriously got to stop depressing himself. Stop being depressed, come on, man.
Yeah.
Just think happy thoughts, idiot.
Cheer up, Mr. Starbuck. Besides, that thing you said about entering the stratosphere. That just means we'd shine like shooting stars, right?
Like shooting stars, huh? You know, you're right. Why didn't I think of that?
Like airplanes in the night sky.
You and I are like airplane. Wait, no. I don't know that song. Is that a Miley Cyrus song?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
it
it
has the guy doing the rap verses after
Mhm.
it. After all. I'm gonna ignore. I don't know what's going on. That's what we were all put on this earth to do, right? To shine like stars.
Guess I shouldn't mention the fact that shooting stars burn out in a flash. All right, Neil deGrasse Phoenix, right?
Oh yeah, here we go! 3, 2, 1! To the stratosphere and beyond! I didn't go anywhere.
That's a
Yeah.
less impressive countdown than the earlier one.
Yeah, not as good.
Well, it was only from 3, so
I didn't believe
Yeah.
that.
He didn't need backup on that one. He knows
No.
the numbers between 1 and 3.
Well, it's more like I asked him to do it earlier with someone else, and the guy back there, and he wouldn't do it. So I'm just So yeah, I feel alive now. You can go ahead and ask me anything you want.
Is that really all it takes?
I'm a simple man.
Yes.
Present badge.
Stupid.
Show him how gay we are.
So, what do you
Yeah.
think about this?
chance is gonna get me convicted.
No. It's my
gay
attorney's badge.
It's very gay.
I was hoping it would reassure you that we're gay.
I...
Evidence isn't just for the prosecution. It can help prove a person's innocence, too.
I'm straight, though. It's a positive spin.
Oh, well, we can't help you.
Yeah. I thought that was common knowledge.
That I'm straight.
All right. Anything worth showing? Let's see.
We get it. You're straight.
The Starbuck and Larry are the token straight guys. Actually, I wonder if Starbuck is a straight trans man. He's got a little bit of trans man energy, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that sounds about right.
Clay carried me out and saved me. But after all that, to be killed with this blade.
Oh, so he is reacting to the blade.
Yes.
And the fact that the killer might be me.
Now he's got you sighing, boss.
Anything else worth showing?
Did you show, maybe that or the autopsy report or something?
Yeah.
Or Torpsy.
Clay always used to cheerfully greet me in a loud voice.
And he did
And he
vocal
did.
exercises every morning, sometimes until he was hoarse, right?
Oh, so him and Apollo were both stupid.
They're just Zoomers.
I'm fine. I'm fine. You could always hear him even through the wall. Hey, wait a minute. Did you know Clay?
No, but likes attract like, as they say.
They're
Alright.
both stupid.
Oh, it's the
Clay
same thing.
always useful, cheerful. He was happy.
All right, we can just chat to him.
We were
case.
happy.
You right there?
No.
Oh, Glacius Mort, thank you for donating $5 there.
Wow.
Honto arigato
And you posted a little cat emote as well. That's very cute. Thank you so much for the support.
Yeah.
So, you have no memories at all of the incident?
You know,
Huh.
because we gotta get milk tomorrow, we should probably pick up some more cat food too.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I'm so ashamed.
Because he is eating up all that food. He likes the food.
Oh yeah, we're almost out, I think.
Yeah, we've got a few tins left.
My memory of the time is as black and clouded as a dark nebula.
Still, it's strange you don't remember a thing. Are you sure you didn't take one of those anti-anxiety pills like they said at the trial? How much weed did you smoke?
You got it all wrong. I told him during the investigation, too. I don't know anything about any drugs. I never took any medication, I swear.
That is Northern Lights Cannabis Indica. No.
It is
It's
true,
marijuana.
I developed.
That is 100% something Phoenix would say.
It is true, I developed a fear of space because of what happened 7 years ago. And I was taking medication secretly every now and then when my anxiety got bad. Having a fear of space is not something an astronaut can brag about, you know?
Oh, the so-called Hat 1 miracle? Or is it HAT? I don't know. Hat 1 miracle. That must have been a terrifying experience. Just hats everywhere.
Hats.
But I'm still an astronaut at heart, come what may. Astronaut, actor turned astronaut turned actor turned astronaut. But I would never
an
take
actornaut.
drugs. I would never take drugs that might impede my performance just before a launch.
You're missing out, bro.
Only the night before. That launch meant everything to me. That's more certain than the theory of relativity.
Like this guy knows the theory of relativity.
Not.
Absolutely not.
You know I have to go through vigorous mental and physical training, right?
Well, then explain everything that you are.
Duh.
Got him. Damn. Shit.
He seems like a completely different person now. He knows
Got
the theory
another
of relativity.
murder.
This is the face of the astronaut I know.
I think he does know the theory of relativity, but I also think the theory of relativity is probably different in Ace Attorney world. Just because physics seems to be a little bit fucky.
Yeah,
it's
the theory of relativity
equals
is...
MC Clown.
Yeah.
Is that the theory of relativity?
Is it not?
I don't know. I was asking.
It's somewhere around there. Something along those lines, I'm sure.
Art school.
But the tranquilizers were found in your system.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't know but I don't know why. I'm done for.
If you didn't take them, then maybe somebody slipped them to you? You make out with anybody? You put something in your mouth, maybe?
Why was that the first thing that you went to? I mean, maybe not that specifically, but that other thing that you said is what I thought. It must have been the real culprit. My medication was in my locker. Anybody could have gotten their hands on it.
Maybe the real culprit also planted the detonator switch in your pocket.
And maybe the real culprit dressed you weird.
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Maybe the real culprit put poop in your pants.
Oh, God.
I think that's how it all got there. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been framed
The
with
theory
poop.
of relativity and all that.
It's relatively certain that somebody else put poop in my pants. That's what the theory of relativity is.
Hey.
I'll say. They even managed to plant your prints on the switch before slipping it in. Speaking of slipping it in, did anybody make out with you?
Phoenix Wright.
SWAT.
Please, I need the details.
I just want to know. I'm curious, haha.
SWAT Cat McCall 27, thank you for the follow. I never saw SWAT cats myself. It's a strange
Maybe the
premise.
real culprit. Maybe the real culprit was the friends we made out with along the way.
It's a real possibility. Do you remember anything else that might be relevant? Anything at all, no matter how small. Like about the murder weapon, for example.
Or making out with someone.
Yeah.
With tongue. Just a little tongue or a lot of tongue.
Yeah.
Maybe more
Yeah,
than
was there
one
tongue?
How many tongues were there?
Just be really specific about the amount of tongue, please.
Please.
Oh, I'm talking that knife. I was like, more than one tongue. That's nice. What?
I got distracted.
I think it came from one of the Space Center utilities kits.
The other tongue?
The other
Oh.
tongue.
Yeah. I'll be right back really quick.
Sure thing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about tongues.
I know, you know what, we can. The main character of Kamen Rider Faiz
I got this.
canonically has a tender tongue. In fact, he is
Oh.
repeatedly called
Huh?
a tender-tongued fool in the show. Because he
Because
can't,
he doesn't like spicy
he
food.
can't handle spicy food. Anytime he's given hot ramen, he has to blow on it, or hot tea, he has to blow on it for like 5 minutes. SWAT Cat McCall says, if there's a way for you to watch the SWAT Cats, I'll notify you. Please do.
Don't swat us though
Yeah,
with
don't
the
do
SWAT
that,
cats information.
But yes, he actually does canonically have a shitty tongue. And I'm just like, this is the stuff I kind of watch Kamen Rider for, because you don't get to know that about, you know, any of the other famous superheroes like Spider-Man or Superman. You don't get to know about his personal problems with eating food or paying bills or going to the grocery store. But you get to know that about Kamen Rider frequently.
cute.
There was this one show I watched called Gun X Sword, and it was an anime. And the main character was this guy who every time they would go and eat, he would get every fucking condiment that they had available and put it on top of, I think it was a well done steak. And then every single time he'd be like, "Damn, that's good." Like he'd have a very strong opinion. He'd have to yell it. I think he might have even one time would go like, "That's mediocre!" Like,
Yeah.
but every time he had to express an opinion, it was screamed.
That's funny. That was a friend of yours?
No, it was Gun X Sword, the lead character.
It was an anime character. You know someone like that in real life? That's wild.
For some reason, I was like, I tuned out, and then I tuned back in and was like, you must be talking about a friend of yours.
Oh, yeah, no.
That sounds like someone you'd be friends with.
Me and Vaughn of the Dawn would, like, go out, right, after Big Bender. He would, like, call his space mech down from the sky and then fight a bunch of people, and then I'd be like, "Bro, that's fucking sick. Let's go get Denny's." And then he'd, like, put, like, ranch and A1 steak sauce all over his plate and be like, "Yeah."
I remember
just that alone on the plate.
No, well, I
Steak
mean,
sauce.
literally everything else, but mustard, mayo, you know, I could name condiments.
I really do miss the days when I would, like, enthuse to my friends, like, as a very young boy, I'd be like, I was hanging out with fictional character and we were doing this, and the fictional character did this thing that didn't really happen, and I would just be like, this is what I do. I imagine that I'm hanging out with these guys.
Just lie.
Just lie.
When I was like, because when Dragon Age Inquisition came out, I was driving around a lot for opera shit, and I would like be in the car and like fantasize about hanging out with the characters. And there was like one time where I made up this whole exchange between like me and one of the hot ones, and we were talking about like folk music, and we were talking, so he'd like sing a song, and then I'd be like, "I've been working on the railroad." We'd like sing shitty folk songs. Anyway, so yes, I relate. Maybe not. Mine's a little nerdier.
Right, still waiting on Soupy,
I stunned him.
Who'd you stun?
I stunned you, or you just weren't listening.
I was listening. I was just waiting for you to finish. But yeah, I guess I won't be streaming tomorrow because we're going to be celebrating our anniversary tomorrow. We're going to be going to the zoo and having lunch and stuff.
Yes, if you have an LA Public Library card, you get free tickets to the zoo. Fun fact. And to some other museums. Welcome back.
Wow.
So we're going to be spending a day tomorrow. So probably we'll be back to streaming on Tuesday, though. Thank you, Tower Mom. That's very kind of you. Did you say this, Marin?
Yeah, staff who work on machinery a lot are given these special toolkits to use. We were talking about tongues. All the
They're
technicians
given
have
knives
them.
to stab the machines.
Exactly.
If something goes
Just in
wrong.
case, yeah. Or if the machines rise up against us, there's a lot. All the technicians have them, so I doubt you could prove whose knife it is.
Utility knife updated in the court record. I have Wadjet. LA scares you? Have you been watching the... I can't say that. It's a show. I can't talk about it. What scares you about...
watching that show about LA?
Have you been watching that one show based in LA? Why does LA scare you, I have Wadjet? The hat
I
one.
mean, there's plenty to be afraid of.
Sure.
It's San Francisco you should be afraid of.
You know what? That's true.
The rent.
As
The
I
rent alone is terrifying.
The cost of living.
As I recall, your last trip into space was 7 years ago, right?
That's right. It was a pretty rough experience. During that mission, we had all kinds of problems with the craft.
You did? What kind of problems?
Power failure, oxygen leakage, busted radio, cracked windows, loose control column. The heat shield came off as we were entering the atmosphere. I thought I was a goner. But I managed to make it somehow with the popsicles, and why am I southern now? And ice packs from the freezer.
That's what I was going to ask.
From the southern part of
His
space.
accent is going all over the place. I don't know how to be a man.
Oh. I know that feel. Have you said this?
Yeah, yes.
No wonder they dubbed it the Hat One Miracle. It's a miracle you made it back.
Jab that popsicle right up my patooter.
What?
It kept my internal temperature lower. Space is a boundless place. That's why it continues to capture people's imaginations. I'm Southern again.
Yeah, I think
That keeps happening.
He sounds like Lotta Hart.
I'm tired.
Oh, it's okay. We're going to be wrapping up soon.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But the vastness of space shows us how insignificant we are in the scheme of things. I'm no longer Southern. I'm making a decision. I've just got a stuffy nose.
Yeah, being Southern is a choice.
Being Southern is a choice, being congested is a choice. The darkness just goes on forever and ever and ever without end. There was nobody else there. Nobody was gonna come save me. I was all alone.
In space, no one can hear you
Me
sigh.
and the popsicle.
Near the popsicle.
All alone, with nothing to listen to but the sound of my own breathing and heartbeat and the sweating of my popsicle. I kept scrambling to make repairs, but I couldn't keep my hands from shaking.
An experience like that would make anybody afraid to go up into space.
It's spooky.
Outer.
How come they didn't make a movie about me falling off a bridge?
I was alone too, I think.
I was scary.
I don't know.
Until my boyfriend got there.
I had a cold, so I don't remember that well.
With the experience you had, weren't you dreading this mission?
What? No way. Of course not. Even now, I want to go up into space so bad I can barely stand it.
Have you tried marijuana instead?
I want to shake out the Earth's gravity, escape velocity, and swing around weightless.
Yeah.
Spin around the circumference of the Earth with a fucking be up there in outer space.
Did you say Beyblade into outer space?
Be up there in outer space. Be up there. Beyblade up there.
But you have to admit it was pretty harrowing. Weren't you even a tiny bit afraid?
I was afraid. Of course I was. Still am. But space is man's final frontier, an unknown world. The cosmic truth is out there waiting for us somewhere.
The cosmic
Cosmic
truth, huh?
bullshit.
The cosmic truth, huh? I guess there are people looking for the truth in every walk of life.
No matter how afraid I am, I'm sure I can manage. If I give in to my fear, I'll never find the truth. As long as I don't give up, I can keep up the fight.
Sorry, I just saw some thief shipping out. One thing's for sure, Mr. Starbuck's passion for space is undeniably the real deal. Let me
You
link
don't
this.
need to ever apologize for being distracted by homosexuals, Martin.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on.
That's good, right?
Ooh, I like that.
That is nice. Ooh.
I'll share it with the
Yes.
chat as well because it's only fair.
Remember to link the artist.
Yes, I'm going to link.
Please.
Don't forget to bonk Martin, by the way.
Oh yeah. How do I link a tweet here? Hang on.
Oh, they're not tweets anymore, they're posts.
They're sheets.
They're called posts? That's lame.
Oh yeah. Now if you go to the retweet option, it just says repost.
Oh no.
All right,
No
Tumblr.
one cares.
The
Right?
victim, Clay Terran, he was kind of like your protege, wasn't he?
Well, it wasn't a big exaggerated deal like Master and Apprentice or anything like that. But Clay did think of me as his mentor. I was his rope hand.
The mentor and the protege. What a combination that must
Destiny
have
2
been.
vibes from this.
What?
Getting real Destiny 2 vibes from this.
Now I'm thinking about Destiny 2 fanfiction. With his encouragement, I knew I could get over my fear and get back into space. But now,
Clay must have been very encouraging, huh?
yeah, it's funny, really. Whenever I'd hear him shout, "You're fine!"
I'd be like, shut up.
After I told him to shut up, I always got the feeling everything really was gonna be just fine.
You're fine? Apollo says I'm fine and you're fine all the time too.
Wow, it's like they're the same person because they're besties.
Yeah.
That's wild. Wow.
The same exact person.
It's almost like they couldn't take the time to come up with another personality.
So crazy.
And I always feel encouraged too whenever I hear him shout it.
Do you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. Clay and Apollo were best buds. They were
Take
best
my word
friends.
for it.
I know he never fucking talked about him. They didn't really talk.
Yeah,
About
trust
each
me.
other.
Trust
They were
me.
such good friends that they were a secret.
And yeah, they secretly met on the down low quite a lot. I think I saw some tongues involved. So
When would
maybe
they come to
that's
the
why.
Space Center?
But they used to come to visit the Space Center a lot ever since they were high school kids, and they made out one day out of the blue. Clay even told me he wanted to be my protege. Those two hung around the Space Center so much they were like a part of the staff.
And we were kind of like, "Where's your parents?" And they were like, "We don't have those."
Has Apollo
What?
ever
Our
talked
what?
about space?
No.
What's that? No, not a single time up until now.
Never talked about space, never talked about parents.
Never talked about friends.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
He was just a mean little guy.
He was just a guy. Yeah.
But to be fair,
Put into a situation.
what do we know about Phoenix
Yeah,
Wright's
exactly.
parents?
I mean, sure.
But I feel like Ace Attorney, like, at least when they introduced Phoenix, he had that goal of being like, I want to fix Miles Edgeworth. And now they're just making shit up for Apollo.
Yeah.
One time during Zero-G training, I started to panic a little bit.
And he hugged me tightly.
And he screamed at me.
And the two of them took turns shouting, "You're fine!" over the radio.
And it
was a
made me
stupid
worse.
thing.
Honestly, imagine if you were like having a rough day at work and two Zoomers were just yelling at you over a radio.
I like that, like, we're already referring to Zoomers like we were being referred to as millennials, and I can't wait for us to be like, these Zoomers, and they're zooming at us again.
It's just important to me
Screaming.
that Apollo is a Zoomer. That guy grew up
Same.
with TikTok.
Yeah, he
That's why he's so loud. It's not a bad thing.
He's doing duets with Kristoff from Prison. That's why his room's so nice. He has to have a background that is respectable.
Yeah. It's all just green screen.
Yeah, he was calling in on a Zoom call, and he had that as his background during the last case.
It was a simple thing, but it
Well,
was a
that's
simple thing, but it was exactly what I needed to hear.
So, I'm fine and you're fine were like Apollo and Clay's secret phrases, huh?
Yep.
Just like their secret
A
friendship.
secret?
It's like having a secret catchphrase with someone that's like, "Hi, how are you?"
What up?
I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay.
That's
and
my
their-
secret.
I wish I could ask Apollo more about Clay and their relationship now, but I guess I won't get to learn anything about that.
Well, he's
Because it also
injured.
turns out I don't care about Apollo.
Turns out.
Yeah.
Too bad Apollo's
Speaking
dead.
of Clay. Yeah. You suppose he climbed down the ladder with you over his shoulder?
We'll
He's
have to
strong.
wrap up the stream here soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
After this conversation, maybe.
Sorry, but I can't even begin to imagine.
But he actually did climb down that ladder, so a way has to exist.
From the freedom of space to the walls of a cell. But that prosecutor said the dark night sky isn't half bad through the barred windows.
You're fine.
Another zoomer.
Solomon Sol Starbuck is fine. Everything is going to be all right.
Suck it up. You're fine.
Huh?
Just stop feeling bad.
Yeah. And Athena Sykes is fine. Come on, Mr. Wright, you too.
I am not
No.
fine.
Do I look fine to you?
Do I really have to? Phoenix Wright is fine.
I can't hear you.
I said
Phoenix
I'm
Wright is fine.
fucking dying inside.
We'll get you back into space yet, Mr. Starbuck. Believe in your own innocence and have faith in us.
Apollo believed in you wholeheartedly, and that's good enough for me. I believe in you too.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. I'll put my faith in you. And I vow to make it back into space. All I need first is a not guilty verdict.
It sure feels nice to reassure ourselves every now and then that we're all fine. It sure feels nice to lie to ourselves.
It's the only way to get through the day.
LOL. Time to take my daily dose of denial.
Woo!
Okay, Mr. Wright.
Weep, weep.
Let's get our investigation of the Space Center started. Pronto.
Good idea. Let's go. Okay.
Not pronto, it's prompto.
Prompto.
I was just gonna say that actually.
Prompto.
You're always.
But I was
saying
like,
that.
I can't back up that reference because I haven't played Final
Nah.
Fantasy 15.
Neither have I.
I have, so I did it. I did
Way
it
to
for
go.
you.
Way to do it.
Thanks, Marin.
We
All
finish
right.
each other's sandwiches.
We're gonna call it there for now, guys. We spent about 2.5 hours in Ace Attorney World. It's always a good time. Really quickly, Marin, was there anything you wanted to say to the chat before we head off?
No. Thank you
Okay.
for hanging out with us.
Well, I want to say
I think I had something I wanted to add, but
I want
yeah.
to say happy anniversary to you, Marin.
Oh, happy anniversary, Martin.
Yeah.
We
Right,
get to go to
Karika,
the zoo tomorrow.
thank you for the 10 bits. It's been fun. Love you all. Take care. Have a great night. See you all next time. Bye. All right. Soupy, was there anything you wanted to say to the chat before we go?
Thanks for having me. It was a good time, everybody.
Always
Also,
good.
sorry about like the fucking 10 minutes of lag earlier.
Yeah, fine. We got to
You're
talk about
good, you're
Yu-Gi-Oh!
good. Yeah.
And Karina, I know obviously you have Anime NYC coming up. Anything else you want to plug or promote for the chat?
Check out Joffe. We'll be
Hey.
streaming tomorrow night at a similar-ish time, around this time or a little later. Thank you for having me.
Always great to have you, Karina. And if you want to see Karina bully Jonah Scott live, be sure to go to their panel at Anime NYC. It's an important part of the experience.
Yeah.
I will be back with more streams, probably starting Tuesday, where I hope to have a duel room on Master Duel open so I can duel you guys. And that'll be a new month. That'll be November, I think, by that point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, Tuesday's still October.
Oh, Tuesday's Halloween.
Halloween.
Tuesday's Halloween. I guess I should play something
Yeah.
scary on that day, so maybe I'll play some Phasmophobia. Indeed. And otherwise, I'll be playing more games throughout the week. We're going to raid Bo Sheep. I hope you guys have a great time hanging out at Bo's stream. It looks like she's watching TV shows or something, cartoons of some sort. And we will be back next Sunday. Not sure if we'll have Karina, but regardless, in spirit, Karina will be here. And we'll see you next time.
Spirit of justice.
Indeed. Bye, folks. Have a good rest of your Sunday.
Bye.
Have fun,
everybody.
Desio.
Ganbate.